Episode of Loot, Die, Repeat, where a bunch of us schmucks who are still living off of our sugar comas get together, we roll some dice, we do a lot of laughing at each other, and we do some collaborative storytelling known as Dungeons and Dragons. There's three on the floor.
Half of them.
Be careful when you ask for candy, because you know what happened last time.
You guys smoked me. I wasn't even looking.
It was
What was the
highlight of my month, honestly.
What was the timestamp on that? Because I was looking for it.
I actually found. Oh man, I had it in my head. No, I made a note. I was gonna text it out.
Incentive to watch the old episodes.
Yeah, let's watch last
we
week.
pelt him with candy.
It's
That's
true.
2 weeks ago.
That should
And
be
I
like 2 weeks ago.
did not expect it, nor was
Because I wasn't here last week.
looking. Well, we're appreciative of you being here, laughing probably at us most of the time, and that's okay. As we kind of tell our story, we are in our 52nd episode tonight. All of our previous episodes are up on YouTube. You can go there and watch them. We certainly would appreciate if you would subscribe for free to the YouTube channel and perhaps give us some likes and shares, all that jazz. We really appreciate you being here with us live on Twitch, and we certainly love the family that has really kind of been created and come around this little show, and it's just a great time to chat with you guys, as many of our players here have their computers and will be in the chat as we play the game. And so be active in the chat, and if you like what this experience offers, we certainly would encourage you to follow us. And you know the drill. If you have an Amazon Prime account with the free Twitch subscription, perhaps even send one our way, or a real subscription if you really love us. And that is always very much appreciated. We will, of course, be doing giveaways every Twitch episode. Tonight, what was voted on the Instagram account, and I always put up the weekly giveaways to be voted on Instagram, LDR_DM, if you care to follow, is Nolzur's Marvelous Miniatures, a 2-pack. So they are primed and ready to paint. If you are a miniature painter, you can win these tonight. And actually, one of those guys is what I painted for Yaga. And so Yaga's mini is one of the minis that you could get in this 2-pack. So we're gonna give this away tonight. And if we get 4 more subscriptions or 3,000 bits, we will also give away this awesome black dragon. And I literally have 5 more of these guys upstairs because they came in from China. So if we keep giving, then we'll give more of them away. And so it's these guys usually sell for about $20 on eBay, and so it's a good deal that you can potentially win. So we'll definitely give away the Nolzurs, and hopefully we'll give away the Black Dragon as well. You can, of course, participate in the game with us through the cheering of bits, and so for 100 bits, you can cheer advantage to any of our players, and for 500 bits, you can cheer disadvantage to the Dungeon Master.
Highly encouraged.
Which they may need tonight. I actually think
Say that every night.
I think you guys are going to need advantage more than I will need to be at disadvantage the way this encounter is set up. And
a lot of dexterity.
given the fact that they are low on health potions, they certainly could use the minor healing potions, which you can cheer for 1,000 bits, which will appear in the world around them.
Oh, I have a health potion.
And so that is how you can influence the game directly. Of course, as you chat with us, let us know what you think we should do, and make funny jokes, etc., etc. We love just interacting with you guys as we play. So I believe that's everything. And so Matthew, our real-life bard, who is also a fictional bard, which really isn't that difficult for you to play, has written an amazing theme song. So, good bard, would you take it away?
We are the winners and the strong. We're the losers who don't belong. And we'll press on until this journey ends. 'Cause there's a goal that around the bend. We seek vengeance and we seek glory. So come listen to our story. Come walk with us and we'll call you our friends.
Yay!
Better find it in my pockets.
That will never.
May I just say, I get that song stuck in my head all week, and I'll just be humming while I'm
the
scanning.
goal.
Wait, what?
It's great.
We will call you our friends, though, which is nice. All right. Well, without further ado, let's jump in as we do our recap, and then we will continue loot, dying, and repeating. So, Revengers. That's you guys. In the past several days, you have successfully tracked down a demon that was impersonating an orc shaman. You killed the demonic fiend, as well as the other demon that was seemingly released through the shedding of his blood over a strange stone tablet. You made your way back to the orc stockade, and Gofek and his mother Borak and their lone surviving clan member Merrick made their way north to the Many Arrows tribe, where you suggested they gather intel on further demonic infestations that may be taking place amongst the orcs. In the midst of that conversation, Nevermore, the raven familiar of Wolfram, flew off to the west, down the Keldell path, something that had never happened before to you, Wolfram. And you and the party all took off in pursuit as it glowed a purplish hue and sped towards the Sword Mountains. On the way there, you were intercepted by a white dragon who seemingly
More like we intercepted it.
was circling the peaks of the Sword Mountains, spotted you in particular, spotted Jaga and Yanni, who made no attempt to hide, who in fact welcomed the fight and quickly proceeded to be blasted in the face with 45 damage worth of cold.
But we almost won.
These are our big balls.
I named him.
As Eli somehow convinced or intimidated, we don't really know. There
Also
was
damn straight.
no real conversation surrounding what Eli did.
Don't have an inquisitive group.
No, we do not. The dragon flew off, deciding that you all weren't worth his time, after taking a good bit of damage, to your credit. Flew off back into the peaks of the Sword Mountains, of which you know Ice Spire Peak is one. You then continued to the west and came upon a ravine that connected the edge of the Westwood through the foothills of the Sword Mountains and seemingly leads out onto the high road and the Mare of Dead Men. The raven familiar Nevermore sped into the ravine. You quickly followed after, and as the night set in and the sun set, all of you beginning to reach the edge of exhaustion, he perched on a large, hollow, dead-looking tree. As you noticed that this portion of the ravine and the outlying forest seemed to have a sickness to it. Wolfram approached the tree, and you were all quickly ambushed by twig creatures, blights on the forest, and wooden, almost fey protectors. You were able to dispatch them after they got in some decent hits, in particularly on Kildrick, who felt the brunt of it.
More of a singing man than a fighting man.
And Wolfram was able to fortuitously find a knot in the tree, which revealed a corpse, or rather the remains of what he discerned to be a changeling from Phandalin, that had the scraps of a note that spoke of a tree that this individual was sent seemingly to destroy. Upon reading the note, he had a vision, a flash of insight into this tree and its whereabouts, and with that, Nevermore sped off again further down the ravine, and it is there that we pick up tonight's episode.
Real quick question. Ange asked, do you happen to know the advantage and disadvantage tally? And if not, could we potentially she'll keep track in Scoob's absence.
Ange, I would love if you would keep track of the tally. I don't have it. Scoob always keeps it. I know that there are no disadvantages left. Those were all used.
I have no idea.
Okay, good.
I have one.
We have one advantage on Sola. Wolfram?
I have 0.
I believe I have 0.
And Yanni has one, and I have none. So
Okay.
I might have 2.
we're looking at potentially 2 people with an advantage.
Okay,
And that's it. And no disadvantages.
no
And
disadvantages.
2 health potions that magically.
Which, as you, Eli, poke your head into the tree,
Go with that one.
you kind of, whereas Wolfram's attention was focused down on the corpse, you look up and in a knothole, you see a small pouch. You grab it, and inside are 2 vials of red potions
Got it.
familiar to you.
Shove them in my bandolier.
Okay, so you put them in your bandolier,
Fanny pack?
and
Yes.
you now are on the periphery. It is dark now. You are in darkness. So those of you with dark vision can see. Those of you without have no light, absent what you may create for yourselves. So, Revengers, what are you guys doing?
So I take out the orb,
Okay.
and it gives light 20 feet around me.
Okay, so you take out your orb, and there is now bright light 20 feet around you, and then another 10 feet of dim light beyond that.
I'm actually gonna get. Yeah, I'll hang on to it for now. That's fine.
Okay.
Wolfram says,
We all seem to be having visions around here. My damn bird flies off in the middle of nowhere. What are we all gonna do?
I think we're gonna follow it.
Well, we're heading towards a very scary place.
But if we follow it this time, and we see a dragon coming at us, can we all agree to split to the side and not stand in the open?
Yes, please take cover instead of standing out in the open like
We're going into a place called the Mirror of Deadmen. It
I
already.
think I'll
sounds-
flip a coin.
Oh God, you guys are.
I just saw abominations. There's a tree that has fallen,
And it can't
has
get
no
up.
leaves. Wait, no, this tree is
needs
not
the-
fallen.
this is a dream
In the
you
ruins,
had.
we're heading towards the swamps. Does the Mayor of Dead Men have swamps?
I believe so.
Isn't
Yes. Yes, we
Isn't-
must
Isn't
prepare
that
for
what a
that.
mare is?
We must very much prepare.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm on death's door currently.
Hey,
I'm really hurting.
we're going somewhere scary. Do you? I'm not really a fan of it. Do you have any inspiring words or like an inspiring leader trait that maybe you could do?
Now listen. If you're asking me to be the leader, I would love to.
Go for it. From the back. Lead from the back.
Yes, from the back. You can lead from behind.
And I don't know if there's like up to 6 people you could look at and potentially give 9 temporary hit points to.
I listen. You're throwing around a lot of words that maybe I'm just not business minded like you. But it sounds like,
dwarf, just sing. Ha! Bully.
it sounds like you're asking me to be the leader of your group, and I'd love to do that.
If that's what you heard and you give 9 temporary hit points to up to 6 people, then go for it. Not
On the regular?
Well, give me a second to think of a song.
okay.
You guys talk about something else while I do that.
Alright. So, hey, Yaga, what was that with the both of you? What was that with the dragon?
Seriously, I came to join these 3 here, and you 2 bozos almost get us killed.
Yeah. What was that about?
I fear no dragon.
I hate dragons.
Well,
Why?
I don't think any of us would really like them.
Outside of the obvious, yeah.
Doesn't mean I stand out in the open and say, hey, please kill me.
Nobody said that.
Well, no, you sure look like it. You didn't have to say it. Actions speak much louder than words, and you pretty much said, hey, I am a moron, come kill me.
As I recall,
Whoa.
you took a swipe at it yourself.
Just to protect your ass.
Great job.
Yeah. So you hate dragons, you fear no dragon.
There's no fear in me either.
Speaking of dragons, I've thought of a song. If you guys want to hear it.
I imagine it's got to be something about dragons.
Imagine dragon.
Yeah.
Hang on a second. Rising up, back on the street. Did my time, took my chances. Went the distance, now I'm back on my feet. Just a dwarf with his will to survive. So many times it happens too fast. You change your passion for glory. Don't lose your grip on the dreams of the past. You must fight just to keep them alive. It's the eye of the dragon, it's the thrill of the fight. Rising up to the challenge of our rivals. And the last known survivor stalks his prey in the night. And he's watching us all with the eye of the dragon.
Okay.
Ha! Amazing! Ha! Bully!
It's that falsetto that
So
gets me
good.
every time.
Every time.
Yeah, every time.
I love that little man.
I'm not
He
sure
kind
if
of-
I felt inspired about that.
Nudges you.
Is it me?
Did I get inspired by
So
that?
who are
Oh, did you?
who are the 6?
Is it 6?
You can also give it
Six
to
that you can
yourself.
see.
Gildrick
You
got
can also
another.
give it to yourself.
Well, I don't. Well, I probably would use
you
it.
probably-
Yeah, I need it.
you probably
I
should
need
give it to yourself.
Okay, so I'm definitely I'm inspired by myself. That's for sure.
You friggin' bard.
Me.
All about you, huh?
Yanni for sure, 'cause he's my best bud.
That's right.
Yeah.
Best
Jake.
bud.
Who's Jake?
Who's Jake?
Eli, also known as Jake, in Midgard. Let's see, so that's 3 right now.
It's just mine.
You know
Just
what?
Pick who
Adam's
you
got a
don't
lucky
want.
dice, so I'm skipping on Morthos. Okay,
Oh.
you 3 get it. If you didn't have a dice that always lands on 20, I would pick you. Okay.
Pretty sure he has a cheap dice.
How much? 9?
Do we get
Yeah.
9 temporary?
Yep, 9 temporary hit points. So exhaust those first before you exhaust your actual hit points.
Thank you, Ange.
So
That.
Nevermore is kind of darting back and forth, not moving forward, waiting for you guys to kind of follow, so he doesn't lose you. But you see his glowing form kind of flitting through the air
In the direction that the bone man told me to go?
in the direction of the ravine, kind of heading towards the Mare of Dead Men on the coast of the Sword Coast.
Did we all hear what the dead man said? I can't remember.
You know nothing of the Mare of Dead Men beyond what...
No.
the-
The corpse.
the corpse.
Sorry.
Oh,
corpse.
yes, you all heard that.
So I know the sickness of the force is coming from whatever this is.
You know that the tree was something that the corpse was sent to destroy.
Okay.
Okay, so this
Can
was
I do
just
a
for
nature
children.
check
Is that
to
what
know
it
if I
is?
know more?
You did a nature check last session,
Okay.
and you were able to discern that the forest was sick,
Sick.
but beyond that, it was
Oh,
not
there's
not
one.
particularly helpful.
Pothole might need to
Well, should we follow your bird some more? I'm sure it's not going to be a pleasant trip, but
Both the birds and the bones say go that way.
it seems like we are again being told to go a direction.
Let's just be smart about it, because last time it ran us into a sapling battle. Now I know you're not afraid of any dragon.
Well, maybe. For
Did
the
you
once-
do
I
this
know,
to him?
I know this might be a new concept, but maybe we could try stealthing along the path. Maybe.
Dumbest idea you've ever had. I think we could try it though.
Leave it to a rogue.
Seriously, skulking along, stabbing in the back.
So as Morthos suggests sneaking about, Wolfram talks to someone over his shoulder that isn't there. What are you guys doing?
What?
Are we just gonna ignore that?
That's like the fourth time.
I'm walking off in the
Wolf.
direction of Nevermore.
Wolfram.
Are we going or what?
Excuse me, you crazy bastard. Who are you talking to?
I've got friends, okay? Guides, friends, spirits.
Did they talk back to you?
So he's crazy.
Of course they do.
Everyone else but Wolfram, huddle up here for a second.
Do we trust this guy?
Yeah, he's freaking insane. Are we okay with that?
These guys off as Jolly Roger.
Yeah. He seems...
Do we really want to follow a glowing bird?
As you guys are all huddled up, Zeus stands on his hind legs and puts his hand on two of the shoulders next to you guys.
Love it.
His head just kind of there.
Last time we followed the glowing bird, Kildrick almost died, but that was kind of his fault because he's weak.
It's just true.
Yeah. I think we have to, though, because the dead man told us to go this way. And we're following a glowing bird and a man who talks to things on his shoulders.
Gosh. And we're only doing it because a dead corpse told us to? This is crazy.
Well, I hate the way that this forest looks, and I love nature. So if I can help this forest in any way, I'm down for that too.
Alright, that makes sense. Let's try to save... you
Are
know,
we going to the ice spire or what?
Well, eventually. We have to get through the mare.
Hey, we're
I want to.
talking-
If he's like, if
Just
he's
go
coming
to-
near us, I want to just put my hand out on his forehead, be like, "We're still talking
Just
over
talk
here."
to your friend over there, wherever he is.
I've shut him up for now.
Alright. He seems harmless. Let's keep him
Alright.
in the group for now, even though he's absolutely insane.
Yes.
Aren't we all a little bit?
We break out of the huddle.
Did I hear what they said?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Zeus kind of gets down on all fours, goes over to Solon, kind of nudges her, looks up at you, just kind of making sure you're okay with all this.
I pet his head. Who's a good boy?
Tell that giant I've got this one around my paw!
What do you say?
He said, you should go. You have a good chance with her if you go talk to her. He said.
Morthos laughs as he skulks away.
All right.
Let's
So
go.
are you guys stealthing?
Let's
Morthos
try
is
it.
gonna stealth.
Let's try it.
down.
We're all health.
Let's
have
try it.
health. I mean,
We've never done it before.
Well, some of us. I mean, some
Okay.
of us are
We
perfectly
did
fine.
try when we.
Yeah,
entered
that's
the
why I
woods.
didn't.
I wasn't
give you
even
the
here
points.
last
Stealthy
week and I'm
stealth,
at half
but we
health.
failed. Boom.
Yeah.
Boom.
I don't know.
Oh, you're on my knife.
Okay, so first of all, what is the order of your travel?
Me and Mortho
Um,
should be in the front because we're the stealthiest.
Are you guys gonna try to?
Wait,
make
so we're
me
trying to
stop
stealth.
Going
Yeah.
back.
I feel like
can't
you're hobbling
see
along.
unless
We're just
I
gonna walk
have
right
the
past
light
you.
out. So I have to put
I'll
that
take
light.
the back.
Is it dark at this point?
It's dark.
Yeah,
It is
it's dark.
dark.
and we're the stealthiest, so I feel like we
Then-
should
Although
be up
he
in the
has a
front.
glowing orb out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stand next to Yanni because I can't see.
Right, but Yanni's he's not gonna be good at stealth anyways, so we might
I'm
as well
actually-
illuminate him,
I'm not good.
and then we could flank anyone who attacks
I
him.
would say
24 is pretty good at
Matthew.
stealth.
Oh, that is pretty
I say
good.
Morthos will stay roughly 50 feet ahead of the rest of the group in stealth.
Okay.
I'll be halfway
Alright,
between
if he's
Morthos
doing
and the
that,
rest
By
of them.
way of reminder, you are in essentially a gulch
Yep.
Well,
that is about
attack from above.
about
Yeah.
50 feet wide. And rather than it being a plateau, however, it's just the sheer mountains that go up. There are trees around you. There are twisted branches and vines. It's kind of an in-between terrain, almost between a forest and a swamp. it's really the majority terrain is neither forest nor swamp. It's kind of a mix. There are mushrooms about, vines, but there are still some trees, although many of the trees are now have lost their leaves and are deadened.
We have 3,000 bits.
Oh, wow. Awesome.
And everybody has advantages.
Multiple.
Yes.
Except for you.
And Ange has been keeping track.
Well,
Thank
if
you,
we have
Ange.
3,000 bits, and that means we're going to be giving away this black dragon tonight. So thank you very much. That's awesome. We'll do that later. And we're also going to give away the Nolzur's Marvelous Miniatures, Hobgoblins. So as you continue on, Morthos, you have dark vision. You continue on about a mile through the winding gulch. And
Checking for traps.
you're all checking for traps.
I would just throw that out there.
So I have Morthos about 50 feet in the front.
I would like to be halfway between Morthos and the rest of the group and just being like, okay, Morthos says it's good. Come on.
Okay,
And
Kind
and
of
then
like that relay.
I'll be the first one in the group.
And then Yanni,
So 20, whatever that is. 50 feet behind Morthos.
So everybody else
Yanni,
stealthing
Wolfram,
behind him, doesn't matter.
Eli, Kildrick, Zeus, and Yaga is
I'm
how I
like
have
30 feet behind.
I'm going to be near the light
30
source.
feet behind.
Yes.
Go you.
So the light source is still out.
Can I
I'm
dim
also
the light? Like put it
11
underneath
probably.
somebody's coat and it's 10 and 10 rather than.
You wanna hide it under
You
a bush?
can try. Yeah, you can. I say that you take out your backpack or something, and you kind of manage it so it's only 10
Yeah.
feet.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we do that. That's fine.
I know. I'm just gonna pick out the best colors that I like. now
All right.
instead of
So
just
as you
anything.
go, what were your stealth checks? Morthos. 24. Yaga.
9.
Oh, boy.
28.
23.
Oh, you have to roll
10.
advantage?
And Zeus.
That's a natural 1.
Wow, that's good.
24.
6.
Wait, who got
Okay.
6?
And so you continue, and Morthos and Solo, you guys are well ahead, and you're very quiet.
You just hear a bunch of bumbling idiots behind us.
My allergies kick in halfway through.
This dust, my goodness.
I'm
Yes.
just singing that song.
You're
You
allergic to
start
corpses.
the pollen in the air. You start sneezing uncontrollably. Zeus starts
Zeus won't start saying,
sneezing uncontrollably.
Did you see how Solo was looking at me?
Damn spores!
She's in heat.
And so Morthos, you're the first one to kind of reach
Ridiculous.
the
Yep.
edge of this terrain here. And what you see, I need you to roll a perception check for me.
18.
The first thing you notice is that Nevermore has perched himself on the top branches of this very large fallen tree, which seems to be fallen across the length of the ravine. The ravine at this point is becoming more marshy than forest. This tree has no leaves on it, and it looks to have been fallen for a long time. There are all kinds of growths on it, hanging vines, and most strikingly, thousands and thousands of mushrooms of all different colors: red, yellow, orange, purple. Primarily yellow and orange, but many different types all throughout. There's also varied vegetation all around the tree that you can see.
Any yellow mountain flowers?
You're not there yet. Damn. You see to your left, at the edge of your dark vision, a path that seemingly goes around it, where the tree fell out of the ground, ripped out by the roots, and that you could get around. You also see that you could climb over the trunk if you cared to do that. You also see that you could potentially make your way through the bulk of the mushroom encrusted top if you cared to take that path as well. And so there seem to be 3 viable paths. Nevermore sits in the center, just kind of no longer urging you forward, just kind of watching and waiting, much like he did at the hollowed out tree about 1.5 miles back, about halfway through this ravine.
Well, at this point, I see nothing moving.
You see nothing moving, and
I mean, I'd be looking for those little stick guys again that we just encountered.
you do see several twigs and bushes about, but you've seen them all throughout this path, and it's really impossible to your eye to be able to differentiate between what is a regular bramble and what is the actual blight incognito.
Well, since Nevermore has stopped there, I will actually wait for the rest of the group to catch up.
Okay. And so Sola is the first one to catch up.
I'm gonna go to Morthos and be like, how much you wanna bet someone's gonna try to eat a mushroom?
It'll probably be one of the stupid ones.
Which one?
You hear coming in the distance, hey, mushrooms! You can wake up a
How
stew.
dare you to eat one?
You actually don't quite see. There are mushrooms about, but
Let
you
it
don't.
happen.
You
Let
don't
it
quite
happen.
see the tree covered in mushrooms yet. You're not quite there. Any further conversation you two wish to have?
Sola, I think the bird has stopped, and I believe this is where he is telling us to go. We should wait for the rest of the group to arrive.
We're sure there's no danger over here? Should we scout
Nothing.
ahead a little bit towards the tree, up towards the tree?
Might not be a half bad idea.
Morthos and I are gonna scout up towards the trunk of the tree. Just kind of perception check, see what we can see.
So you're moving up this way.
And kind of center. I'll
Moving
move
up
up
this way,
center. Yeah.
Right up to the tree trunk.
Yeah.
Not much to stealth there, but
Right up to the tree trunk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Checking
I
for
love how you
like
said that.
trap.
We're
If
getting
there's
in
any,
trouble. We're in trouble.
if there's
for
any
this.
like soft ground, we're checking and.
Okay,
All
so
that
you
jazz.
guys go up to the tree trunk, and
Yeah, right. The tree trunk explodes.
I need each of you to make wisdom saving throws.
Yeah.
Oh boy,
It starts already.
Now we have to fight them. Yep.
They've been blighted.
17.
Nice.
17,
Crit.
natural 20.
23.
Okay, both of you hear in your minds, not aloud, in your minds, a piercing scream that shatters your concentration and focus, but you're both quickly able to shake off the effects so that it doesn't completely disorient you. Each of you do take 5 psychic damage, but you are able to resist the disorientation effect as you look up, and nestled in behind some of the natural texture and bark of this felled tree, you see a pulsing purple mushroom.
Awesome. I hellish rebuke it.
Yeah.
Damage.
Let's kill the person who might have
can
been
see it.
turned into a mushroom.
I'll allow that. Yep, go ahead.
How many times can you do that, pray tell?
3,
Okay, it rolled a 17
which will pass.
minus 2 because
Ooh.
it is a stationary mushroom.
Let's walk away from it.
So that's a 15?
Yeah.
It still passes.
Okay.
Gotta get that int up.
I have 23.
23.
Takes half.
So the flame erupts from the base of the tree trunk, and the radiant explosion of light from the sky, and it flashes over this purple mushroom. You hear
I
a,
hope you guys all see that.
you hear a kind of another screeching, only in your minds,
Only
nothing
in my mind.
aloud.
Oh, nice.
And in the distance, you all see this flash of light just around the river bend.
Beyond the shores?
Beyond the shores.
Can
As-
we feel the colors of the wind? That's what I want to know. Is this psychic damage making me crazy?
As you all kind of approach, and
Well, good thing we checked it out, so nobody else.
see what's going on here. Jaga, you're another 30 feet back. That's okay. So, I need you all to roll initiative.
Are we fighting mushrooms?
Me too.
Yeah, we're gonna have everyone roll initiative just so there's a order to this. You don't see anything that is particularly
As soon
threatening beyond, well,
Can
as
I
soon as
warn them?
Nevermore came in sight, I would want to see what he's looking at and doing.
okay, so go ahead and roll. Well, on your turn, we'll let you do a. Well, you got up there, so we'll say you did this right away.
Can
Go ahead,
we
roll
warn
perception.
them about this mushroom?
Ooh,
On
19.
our turn.
19. You see about the same thing that Morthos saw. You do see that he is stationary in a spot, just kind of waiting for you to get to him, just like he was doing before. So 21 to 25.
22.
Good. 16 to 20.
20. Unnatural 20 for Kildred.
Okay. $11 to 15.
15.
14.
14.
Wait, what? I'm sorry, Zeus was a 17.
Morthos.
10.
Wow.
Yikes.
Would you roll a 2?
Yeah, no, I rolled 4.
Jaga?
8.
Okay.
Oh. Close, but no score.
Okay. Wolfram, you, sir, see this scene. You see Morthos and Sola kind of shaking their heads. Morthos has his hand outstretched, and from where you are, you don't really see what exactly was targeted, but you do know that there was a flash of light somewhere around the trunk of the tree.
What, is it a different color than the tree?
The tree is covered in mushrooms, and you can't really, from that vantage point, you can't really see exactly what was targeted over there, but you do know that there was a flash of light, which you know to be Morthos' hellish rebuke. You've seen him use this before, coming in this from this vicinity.
Okay. And did you say there's fruit anywhere under the tree branches?
Not that you saw.
Like in the message given from this? Alright. I mean, I'm going to keep walking up towards the branches up top, so I'll move,
This direction? Towards the...
yeah, 30 feet north.
Guess we can't warn them.
What's wrong with you two?
Oh, yeah.
My goodness!
Okay. As you approach, I need you to roll... a Constitution save.
10.
Okay. I will tell you what happens on your turn.
Isn't it
It
his
is
turn?
my turn.
He's first.
Next turn.
Sweet. So
Actually, no. You've used your movement.
I have, and now
You are compelled, as you walk into a cloud of pollen that overtakes you, you are compelled
invisible pollen.
to, it's just in part, the particulates of it are in the air. in a specific radius, you are compelled to use every bit of movement you have, i.e. the dash action, to move straight forward 30 feet. And as you do so, one of the plants that is there opens up and enfolds your body and sucks you in.
This has happened to me.
I would say deja vu. Anyone?
I take it we're
Man, so I
recruiting
wouldn't
again?
have seen that pollen
Wait,
like
when did this
everywhere.
happen before?
Remember, he's
Uh,
how many
It's
strokes
just
of the piece that
particulates
he
in
did
the air. It's
already?
not
As
really
old.
visible. With a, I had it at a 25 was the DC. So neither of you guys saw that. Because this whole area is covered, the lowest DC to detect this stuff was at 20, which you both just missed.
I wouldn't have passively seen any pollen around me.
We all see him.
You all,
Sorry,
you
I was
all see
staring
this.
I was staring at Nevermore.
You all see this happen. You were staring at Nevermore,
Alright.
and you
Oh,
take.
really?
Oh, nothing. Oh yeah, you do. You take 16 acid damage.
Really should have rested before coming here.
Good enough. We were already in the.
And so you all see Wolfram snatched by this plant.
He was crazy anyway.
Hey, maybe our friend can save you.
I
Kildrick,
didn't
you
even
are
try.
up.
Okay. Kilder can see the mushroom, correct? On top of
Kildrick,
it.
you know you can't see the
You
mushroom.
can see the mushroom.
You know that there is, from that vantage point, it's basically behind a part of the stump. You'd have to get closer up to here to actually see it, but you did clearly see this.
Does my turn end at that point?
Yes, because you are considered restrained, you
So we
can't
might as well just
breathe,
keep moving.
you are enfolded by this
Can I?
creature.
Is the plant sentient? Can I
I'm just.
use a spell on the plant?
I can't use a bonus action still.
Um,
My turn just ends. That one.
Didn't you
you're,
have to dash?
you're,
That's my action.
You moved and then.
he still could do a bonus action. I would say that you are compelled by the pollen to be attracted to this plant. As you are engulfed, you would have your wits enough about you to do a bonus action if you cared to try to do so.
Blow yourself up. Sacrifice.
Yeah, I mean, I have something, but I wouldn't have done it. Never mind. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Kildrick,
Is the plant sentient, or is it just a plant that's being magically?
roll a
manipulated?
nature check.
Natural 20.
Oh!
So the plant that has swallowed up Wolfram, it clearly is more intelligent than an average plant. You're unsure of the degree of its actual sentience beyond it certainly being predatory. You're unsure that you would be able to charm it or command it because it still is a plant.
Okay. Well, Coder's gonna move up towards them and try and see if he can see what's on top of that stump.
Didn't even get to warn him, man.
So you move forward 25 feet and go ahead and roll a perception check.
Natural 20.
You see the
This way.
lingering flames surrounding a purple mushroom that has 4 little tendrils kind of wisping off of it, which seem to be kind of flagellating in the air.
Okay. Just for my bonus action, I'll use shout to Wolfram to give him bardic inspiration.
You can't see Wolfram
But I saw him
currently.
get swallowed by the plant, so can I shout and hope that he hears me?
You have to be able to see the individual that
Oh.
you're inspiring.
Okay.
Did I end your turn, Kildrick?
Yeah. I
Okay.
don't know what else I can do. So.
Okay, fair enough. Sola and Morthos, again, a piercing scream rings out in your ears. I need each of you to roll Constitution save. I'm sorry, Wisdom saves.
13.
13.
5.
Half the party's
So you each take 7 psychic damage. And I need each of you to make attacks against each other.
Oh.
Oh.
I like it.
Oh, that's bad.
As the confusion of the scream rings out, you each just
Crit fail.
flail at each other.
Oh, good. Or you might hit yourself.
I'm gonna hit my heart.
Roll a d20.
19. Wow.
You hit me anyways.
Do I hit something?
Okay, what did you attack with?
I have no idea. I don't have a weapon out yet.
What was the primary weapon in your main hand?
My main hand, that would have been my ogre mage sword.
Okay, your ogre mage sword flies out of your hand
Oh.
and lands
Oh my goodness.
in Sola's direction, past her on the bent branch of the tree.
Tried to throw it at her from 3 feet away.
Sola,
19.
okay, roll your damage. I presume that hits. 19.
Oh, great.
Yes.
Stunning strike.
10.
10. You take 10 bludgeoning damage
Yeah, that's what I'm
Maybe I
not
should have
gonna
given one.
as you hear a sound that begins to emanate from the bough of kind of the branches deep within the mushrooms. It's
Sounds like hiccups.
and it just keeps repeating, and it seems to be calling out. All right, Zeus, what's he doing?
This is running up beside Kildrick.
Okay. Zeus runs up next to Kildrick. That's his full movement. Does he care to take any other?
He's just looking
Dash
around trying
action.
to figure out what's going on. Just sticking close to me.
All right, Yanni.
So I see all this happen in front of me. Wolfram pauses, and then all of a sudden he goes further into the tree. They all attack each other.
Yep.
And I yell out,
buddy.
"Hey, what's going on?" And I'm nervous to go up anymore, so I'm gonna actually go to the left, and I'm gonna try. Yeah, I'm gonna go that way.
Okay. So you have 40 feet of movement.
Yeah.
Okay, you can get to there.
Then I'm just gonna make a perception check.
Go ahead and roll perception.
That sucks. That's a 7.
You see high grass, which kind of covers this area here. It's a little bit, as you move forward, it's a little bit wet ground. It's not particularly solid, but it's also not like swamp where your feet are sticking in. It's
Okay.
You just notice a little bit of wetness. You do see where the tree has ripped up, and there's a bit of a depression there, but it's been largely overgrown, seemingly over the years, as the ground has kind of covered back over with mosses and brambles and weeds, etc.
Is the tree dead, dry, rotting, wet?
It is certainly dead, but it's rotting. It's not dried. It's rotten dead wood, covered in mushrooms and other mosses and lichen of all sorts.
Like it moves. Oh no.
I
Yeah. But
Nothing I can do about it. That didn't go down.
It's true.
Jerk.
They were there.
You're a jerk.
I know.
No, don't even want to do it.
So use your movement, Yanni. What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm just gonna. I still don't know what's causing it. Once they tell me that.
That's the hard part.
I'm gonna use the. Because I don't want to. I'm just gonna stay there.
Are you holding any actions?
Yeah, I'm gonna. If anything attacks, if I see anything attack, you're not gonna let me do another nature check, are you?
What are you trying to check?
The tree and surrounding areas. See why my friends are acting weird.
Sure. Go ahead and roll a nature check.
I'm gonna use advantage.
Okay. Yanni is using one of his advantages. Thank you again for those of you who have purchased advantage. You can always do so for 100 bits. And for 500 bits, you can purchase disadvantage for the DM.
17.
17. You know that there are various forms of fungal influence in the world, some of which put people to sleep, some of which paralyze people, some of which make people hallucinate, some of which draw people in. And it seems as if whatever these mushrooms covering this tree are, certain types of them are absolutely affecting your comrades.
Alright. So I yell out, "Stay away from the mushrooms!" And then I'm gonna... Do I have a dash action still?
You do?
I kind of want to dash 10 feet behind Morthos, if I can.
Okay, so you dash back
Yeah.
behind Morthos. Okay.
And then I'll do that.
So that is your full. You're not holding
Yeah,
anything
no,
else
I
in.
don't got it.
Sola, you're up.
How high up is the tree?
It is about 10 feet up, which you would easily enough be able to traverse.
Yeah, I'd like to cloud jump it.
Okay.
Cloud boot jump it. Oh, I want to try to go over.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Didn't expect that. Yep. Go
Sorry.
for it.
I feel like I should just get as far away as I can.
Yeah, go for it. Roll your acrobatics.
I thought it was athletics. What am I
Sure,
doing?
athletics. Yep.
Okay. I mean, I'm fine with acrobatics. I have a plus 11 on it. Don't get me wrong. 12.
12. So you jump and are easily enough able to kind of get most of the way up. Go ahead and roll your second athletics check.
Unnatural one.
And you still are getting this boot jumping thing down,
Yeah.
and you kind of stumble a bit mid-air and just land on the tree, catch yourself, but you
Can I-
used up half of your movement to get to that point.
I'd probably like to use. How do I feel?
You feel happy?
Oh, like I don't feel like crazy getting closer. Closer to the mushroom, I don't feel crazier.
As its four kind of flagella continue to gesticulate, you get the sense that it's not a constant effect that it has. It's kind of concentrated in bursts.
Okay. Try to get over as soon as possible. And I'm gonna go to the other side of the tree. Can
Okay.
I make a perception check before I just blindly jump there?
It's probably a good idea.
16.
16. You see more mushrooms.
What colors?
They are primarily orange. There's a large patch of mushrooms, however, that are red with white spots on them, which seem to stand out from the rest.
Those make you big.
Are they
Yeah, I was
glowing?
gonna say,
Are
Huh?
those glowing mushrooms, all of them?
No.
Our friend Toad.
I saw Italian man
And
jump
that, where are the red ones located?
I'll show you.
Thank you. Can I jump to the other side of that really big
I think you
mushroom?
should jump on top of it.
Yeah!
Don't do that. I'm joking.
Over here?
Yeah. Can I go over there?
Yeah, you can.
Cool.
As you pass by this, one of the flagella whips out at you
Aw,
to
jerk.
as you pass through its threatened radius.
What happens if I jump over it?
We're playing this really well today.
We are.
And it is a
So far, so
7.
It's a tough
So
situation.
it misses
I literally
you
did nothing on my turn.
as you
Yo,
jump
what the heck?
to the mushroom.
How much more movement do I have?
That's basically your full movement.
Okay, I can't get a little bit farther.
You can use Step of the Wind, or you can take a dash action.
I'll do a dash action. I won't go the full length. I'd just like to. There are no more crazy colored mushrooms that stand out farther past.
Nope, like I said, there's several that seem to be clumped here.
I'd like to just go maybe 15 feet straight ahead. Yeah.
So you're using the dash action
Yeah.
to go 15 feet to the north.
A little bit towards the left. Yeah.
Okay, very good.
Just to get it out of the way of the wisdom check.
Okay.
Make a
Very good.
Constitution charisma.
Because I was that far back. I know, right?
Make them all.
With disadvantage.
Eli, it is your turn.
So, I have seen the craziness go on.
Yep.
I heard Yanni say, "Don't get too close to the mushrooms."
Yep.
Have I ever seen anything like this before,
Roll a history check.
with or without advantage or disadvantage or anything like that?
Just straight roll.
I'm gonna use an advantage.
All right, Eli's used an advantage.
Are they both ones?
Oh.
Smash. That's not great.
What am I doing? History.
It is
12.
history 12. You have fought through hazardous forests in your time on certain monster hunts. And you do remember one forest known as the Troll Claws or the Troll Bark Forest. And in the midst of certain troll haunts, there were plants that could consume a humanoid-sized creature. And you know that they were only able ever to swallow one at a time. And it was possible to hack them out.
Okay.
But the people inside were in a world of hurt unless you helped them out.
Did I know how they attracted their prey?
It was through some effect that it had. You don't really know the mechanism of it.
So I don't know to plug my nose.
You don't.
Okay.
Why didn't we bring our respirators? That's what I want to know.
Yeah. Okay. Well, then knowing that, I'm
I'm
gonna
noticing
be
it.
attracted towards Wolfram and getting him out.
Okay.
So I'm gonna zap my sword out of the ether.
So that is your 30 feet of movement.
I'm gonna throw it at it. My sword at the.
Oh, you're gonna stab Wolf?
Okay.
Oh no! I'm aiming for the base.
Yep,
I'm
yep.
trying to you're taking out a weed.
Okay, go ahead and roll. This is a
I frequently weave.
it's a
with sword.
thrown weapon. It's a. Go ahead and roll your attack.
12.
This would be at disadvantage
Okay.
because it's more than 20 feet away.
I thought I had 30 feet.
It's not really made to be thrown like a dagger, for example.
Okay.
So I'm treating it as kind of an improvised weapon.
They're the same thing. So, what's my plus on it?
Your strength,
Oh, my strength. 16?
16 hits.
So, aiming for the base, I want to do my best Nolan Ryan impression and throw it. Whips around. It's lit up already still from
Yep,
last time. Hit the base. Then, with my bonus action,
apparate it back.
Call
Well,
it
did
back.
you light this sword up?
I didn't have to. It was already lit up.
Yes, it was. Yep, very good.
So, and then have it hit, stick, and it disappears and shows it right back up in my right hand.
Absolutely. So that's exactly what you do, and the damage is
Neato
I
again.
like it.
Neat over here.
Not great. 9
9. Very good.
radiant.
And so you see Eli throw his broken sword forward. It plunges into the base of this large leafed tree that has enveloped Wolfram, and then he snaps it back into his hand, and as he's looking at the rest of you like, let's get Wolfram out. All right,
I have another attack, technically.
you do. Go ahead and make your attack.
Try it again.
Go for it.
13.
13 hits.
Oh, alright.
Roll your damage.
I'm afraid of hitting the mushroom.
Same thing,
because it
9.
did one
9
blow.
again. Very nice.
And zap it.
You cannot.
I
It
cannot.
sticks
It sticks
in
in
the
there.
base.
Yep.
You've used your bonus action already.
That's true.
All right. Morthos, you're up. You've watched Sola run off ahead and yell back to you all to get over the tree as fast as you can.
I'm gonna go run and pick up my sword.
Okay. So
I heard you, but I'm gonna get my thing.
I don't know. I'm just afraid if we hit the
you
mushroom.
are
if
able
the
to
other
kind
one
of climb
glows.
up and grab
I'm
your
afraid of
sword.
killing them.
It is
Oh, no.
back on your person. You are right next to the purple mushroom.
Do it.
Do I notice?
It made it the other one glow.
I was just saying, I didn't notice any of the like the clouds that you were talking about earlier. He was all in my head. Well, he's how much higher up is he than me?
He's below you.
Oh, he's below me.
It's not. It's maybe a foot high off of the. It's
so
in
I have
the.
advantage.
No, it's. You're not above it. I'm just saying from a
Alright.
aesthetic standpoint, it's.
Well, I'm
Don't
mad,
let him
so
pull you down.
I'm giving myself advantage, and I'm going to attack him with my older mage sword.
Okay,
that I
roll
just
your
picked
attack.
up off the ground, and cast green flame blade as well.
Okay,
It'll be at 25.
25 hits.
Fire on a tree. I like it.
It would
think
be
I
4
think we should
fire
kill him.
damage
I think it's gonna bite us in the butt.
and
Says the guy.
16 magical damage.
16 magical damage. Wow.
Nice.
Okay, so as you reach for your dagger in one swift motion, you shift to your right and slash 2 of the flagella off of the creature as the green flames erupt over it. It doesn't seem to be particularly susceptible to the flame, but it doesn't resist the flame either. As the flame envelops it, and you watch the 2 remaining flagella kind of gesticulate wildly and shudder as it seems to prepare
So
to
then I will
zap
use-
again.
Yeah, I'm sure. So I'll use my dash action. I'm going to go all the way east.
Okay, so you're going to move.
Bonus action, I'll move 30, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30,
No.
35 feet east.
Isn't that?
So you're going to move
That's
over to here.
west.
West.
That's west.
That's
That's
our
the
west.
other east.
Oh, I'm
He's back.
reorient.
Yeah.
He's mirrored.
To the right.
To the right.
Okay, so
That
you're
way.
going to move right next to.
On the other, yeah, behind. I can't see. No, I want to go behind them. Are you behind them?
You
I
could.
have 40 feet of movement,
Oh,
so
yeah,
I
you
can
do.
definitely get there.
You do, yeah. I was thinking 30.
You're behind me?
Yep, absolutely. So you are behind Kildrick.
Yep.
Right.
I'm behind
Son.
Gilbert.
All right, very good. Kildrick, you watch as
protecting my
Morthos
knees.
rushes up, slashes at a purple mushroom, which is the same one that you saw was burning before. You see that it kind of shudders as he then turns tail and leaps back behind you, kind of readying a stance as he goes.
It's not the time to gather food. Our friend is being attacked. It's his turn.
It's.
Yaga.
Jaga's,
Oh, I skipped. Sorry. Yes.
Did you?
Yeah. Jaga, you are up. I skipped way ahead. Where's my mind? I don't know.
I don't want to be in his thing anymore.
Pixies.
Don't
I would have seen Sola jump over the tree, right?
You would not. That's beyond your dark vision. Because you're 30 feet back.
Okay.
So it would take your full movement to get up to the party.
Okay. I thought it was already on there.
Oh, no.
And now
So I didn't see any of this happen.
you saw a flash of light, but beyond that, you didn't see anything else.
Okay.
You see Eli. Roll a perception check.
Alright.
Care to join me? Game of darts?
3.
Nope.
I was watching our reader.
You don't see Sola, you don't see
Who's
Wolfram, and you
You know
see the purplish glowing raven in the middle of the trees. And that's about all you see.
Alright, so I'll walk up to Yanni and I'll ask him, like, what madness have we stumbled into?
And that will be your dash action to get there.
Sure.
Okay.
Not in front. Next to.
Now he's looking
Are
at
we
my
all
rear.
going behind the bard?
Let Daddy protect you.
All right. It is now Wolfram's turn,
I
and
don't know why you guys are going
you
over.
can't do anything.
I can't.
I mean, it makes sense.
Why not?
Turning them
you're
on this
pathetic.
side, so
I
let's
can't
go to the
move.
other
You
side.
said I was
You're-
simply restrained.
You are restrained, yeah.
Yeah. So my attacks have disadvantage, and enemy attacks have advantage on me, right?
That's very true.
Unless I'm more than restrained, right?
No, you're not paralyzed. You are restrained.
Load up from the inside.
Thank goodness.
Ooh, Drax the Destroyer, this thing.
Yes.
All right, is this thing is like trying to eat me right now, or am I
You
just
are-
trapped in leaves?
You are feeling
Decontaminate.
the acid within begin to melt away your skin.
This is
So I'm in a
Miss
stomach.
Flytrap.
You are in a stomach, basically.
All right, then I will.
Just like Jonah.
I'm screaming this whole time like an old scared man.
What's that sound like?
Okay.
Oh, was it?
In the middle of that, I
Shampoo commercial?
I'll take my hand and smash into the plant creature, and
Perfect.
a red
That's
glowing
commitment.
light will leave my
You went
hand
for it.
as I cast Vampiric Touch on it.
Okay.
So, and
Roll.
I will use inspiration to give it a regular roll.
So you have a straight roll.
Wolfram got an advantage for that acting.
19.
It hits.
Yes.
It reminded me of that scene from when Harry met Sally in the deli.
That's awesome.
What is happening? I have no idea, Chip. I was just trying to make him look like an ass, and he made me look like one.
Chip, we're being eaten by plants. That's what's happening.
17 necrotic damage.
Okay.
Does
wow.
it all go through?
It does.
Alright, and I feel that red glow coming back up through my body and healing me.
And as you do,
I kill myself.
you take 12 points of acid damage
What? On my turn, I take it?
at the beginning of your turn, yes.
Good riddance.
That is a bummer.
The good news is that you're net 5, so
Thanks, Yam Tucker.
hey, I'm Yam Tucker.
No, half of my damage I healed for. So I'm not
Oh.
net negative.
Darn.
Alright, and then I will I'll rear my head back and say That's all I got.
So you all hear muffled screams coming from inside this plant.
Oh no, I'm gonna think I hit him.
That plant is in agony.
Kildrick, you are up.
It must be close to death.
Okay, thanks, Ange. I got another one.
Alright, Kildrick, seeing the mushroom up there, just looks at it and just shrieks similar to him and just tries to shatter it to pieces.
Okay.
Ooh.
So it's like,
So 6 fails. Go ahead and roll your full damage on the gloom flower.
You're gonna blow up the whole tree base too?
let's see, the damage. How do I compliment? I don't do the shatter damage. 3d8s.
Ooh. Big money, no whammies. Stop.
Pajama time.
Is that a 9?
Yes, that's a
No.
9 on the D8.
No, it's,
Cozy and like
that's the dumbest thing I ever said.
right now.
All right, that's that's a 16.
I love it.
I've done the impossible. I've rolled a 9 on the D8. That has to be worth something.
And as you reach out and you just hit a note, and you hit the.
He just starts going.
So much
Good
training.
impression.
What are we doing tonight?
That's for Wolf from a bastard mushroom.
Oh, I apologize. Oh.
To my right eardrum.
The mushroom explodes under the force of your shatterous,
Taking Kildrick's real
your
alcohol away.
cacophonous voice.
I think I need more to get through.
I'm a
this.
method actor.
I'm a method actor.
Yeah.
With that cacophonous, thunderous boom, you hear the.
More
As
noises.
a creature
Rest in peace, headphone
unfurls
users.
its wings covered in mushrooms,
Son
Told
of
you
a
we
gun.
should have killed him.
That's sick though.
Killed what?
you
Killed the
see
mushrooms. That's
rise
why I
up out of the mushroom patch, shaking its head at the explosion of sound.
I'm so dead.
You see a
Like 13.
leathery, green leathery creature that looks like a dragon. However, it doesn't have front arms. Its arms go right into its wings.
Look at the pterodactyl.
You know pterodactyl.
Pterodactyl.
It's one of those nights.
Oh my goodness. And you see this creature let out a shriek, and then as its horns, which look to be made of wood, covered in mushrooms, its long tail covered in leathery vines that wisp out, it kind of flaps its wings and kind of shakes them exceedingly quickly and readies its attacks on you.
Oh boy.
Okay.
So I'm gonna take it we played this one wrong.
It is
Well,
now
you have to kill him,
Zeus's turn.
He was. What were we gonna do? Run away from Wolfram?
Yes.
Had to be quiet.
Yes.
Always yes.
Or just pull him out without killing the plant.
Whose turn is it?
Zeus is going to attempt to sprint at Wolfram and try to grab him and pull him out of the trap.
So he doesn't see Wolfram, but he can certainly attack the plant.
Okay. Well,
Okay, go ahead and roll a Constitution.
well, I was thinking more like dig his snout and try to grab his boot and pull him out or something like that.
Go ahead and roll a Constitution save.
Hey,
I
Yanni,
wear sandals and not boots.
Well, then your foot's getting bit, bro.
Hey,
Sorry to
Yanni.
tell you.
this isn't a dragon.
I ain't scared.
That's a 19.
You
You both get a bloodlust
resist
in
the
your eyes.
effect with ease. You rush forward. In the midst of all of the mushroom field, you see this giant forest drake, although Zeus wouldn't know that it's called that. Roll a history check. History check.
With or without
Nature or
advantage?
history?
You roll a nature check. You can roll a nature or history check, Wolfram as well.
Do I have advantage?
No,
Do I have
you do not.
Unnatural 20.
it? A lot. 26.
You both have heard of forest drakes before.
16.
They are distant relatives of dragons, though not draconic directly. They're kind of like wyverns.
Oh.
They have a draconic nature, but they are far less intelligent. And they are essentially a part of whatever environment the drakes are groomed in. They kind of take on elements of that environment. And so this drake stands before you about the same size as the white dragon you guys just fought off. He's a large creature,
Try and pull you out.
but not particularly... doesn't look necessarily to be the most aggressive, as it's really kind of shrieking at you in a kind of a territorial sense. Zeus, make your attacks on the man trap. 2 attacks, please.
Okay.
Don't here.
First attack. Wow. That is a 23.
That hits. And the second?
That is a 15.
They both hit. Roll your damage. Roll
1d6 plus 5.
2d6 and take the high. So in each instance, take the higher of the 2d6.
Okay, the first is a 10.
Okay.
And a 11.
Okay. Very good. And so Zeus goes up and rips the root of the man trap out, and he sees it begin to sag a little bit, bites in a second time, and completely rips off one of the leaves that had wrapped around Wolfram, as Wolfram's body just spills out the side as the entire trap goes limp.
Love it.
Oh, thank you.
And Zeus kind of goes over and licks off your face, and then
Licks his face
spits
off
out the
from
acid.
Just stop the screaming.
All right, it is now Yanni's turn.
So, seeing the Drake come out, I'll leave the Drake alone. It just wants to be left alone. And then I'm actually gonna take my geyser or my canteen out.
Okay.
And whisper. I'm gonna get a little closer to the tree, like 15 feet, like right where the
straight ahead here.
Yeah.
To the north. Okay.
And then I'm gonna just spray the tree down, trying to keep the pores of all the mushrooms from continuing to come out.
Okay. Go ahead and
Genius.
roll another nature check to see how effectively you're able to kind of control the water with an understanding of how pollen and spores might be emitting from this patch of fungus.
Okay. I'm gonna use my last advantage as well.
Okay.
Last advantage used. Needed it.
Unnatural 20.
You are pretty effective, as far as you can tell, at dousing all of these fungus and the mushrooms that you think are emitting these different pores that have effects on your party. All right, that's your. You still have more movement if you care to use it.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get over on the other side of the tree.
Okay, how are you going?
Essentially the same, like over the tree on top of the stump, and then down where Solo's at. So I don't have
Here?
as much,
Okay, so you
but
go here.
yeah.
Okay.
Can I? What? So I can't get on top of that. So there's the mushroom, and then.
Well, you don't really see anything on the other side of the tree. You crested it, and then you looked, and this is the quickest way down.
Okay, that's fine.
I've not explored that mushroom yet.
All right.
Yeah.
It is
You
the
may
end of
fall
that
asleep.
turn. It is now the boss's turn.
He soaked it. He's good.
I
As
soaked it all.
the Drake steps forward towards you, Yanni, having come into its little area of domain.
Literally didn't do what I told him else to do.
Don't get near it as you're walking near it.
I wanted to be on the other side.
Are
of
you
that.
trying to be like Chris Pratt?
That's what I was trying to. I was trying to jump up onto the
Blue.
other stump. That's what I
And
was trying to do.
his
but-
tail whips out at you. That is an 18 to hit.
yeah, that hits.
And I need you to roll a strength save.
16.
16.
Yeah.
That's exactly enough to resist the effect of the grapple on you, as you're able to shrug off the strength of the tail. And so it continues forward and takes a bite at you. And that is a 19, and it goes to knock you prone with a blast of air with its wings. I need you to roll another strength save.
18.
As you hold your ground, against the wind, you are able to withstand the blast, but you do take 12 piercing damage from the bite and 5 poison damage that emits from its maw. Sola, you watch on the periphery as this drake emerges and Yanni comes bounding over the tree and gets intercepted by this green, mushroom-covered, dragon-looking creature.
Seeing Yanni getting hurt, I'm gonna run. Can I get behind the dragon? at all?
Oh, she doesn't like me. Don't do it.
I have 40 feet of movement.
That's 40 feet of movement right there.
Is that
which
flanking?
is not quite flanking.
Ah. Then if I can't get flanking, I'd just like to get the. Like, I wouldn't want to waste that 5 extra feet.
Okay, so here?
Yeah, that's. Well, I want to still hit it.
Yeah, okay, so
Yeah.
here.
Okay, that's fine. Whatever.
All right, very good.
Alright, gonna make an attack on it.
Go ahead and make your attack.
Does anybody want to give Matt disadvantage? I'm gonna stunning strike the dragon. So,
I
Twitch,
think we have it.
here it comes now.
In
For
In 48, 47.
21 to hit.
That hits. Roll your damage.
I'd like to stunning strike it.
We'll do your damage first.
Okay.
Maybe you'll kill it.
11.
11, very good. One Punch Man.
Hey, that was a great show.
And
Yes, it is.
its heart explodes.
Oh!
Nice.
It has 5 more hearts.
I'm the opponent.
So it's only 55 health. Got it.
Okay, so you do 11 damage to it, and I have to roll a Constitution. Wisdom. Wisdom save?
Do you want to look at my paper?
No. That's a 14.
That meets.
So he passes.
So he passes.
Oh, Anne says she needs a second. Hold on, wait.
All right, you have another attack. You've used
There
one
it is.
key-
Disadvantage.
1 key
Use
point.
it.
Can we use it now?
No.
Roll another d20.
Hit it again and do it
Hit it
again.
again and
That's
do it
my
again.
last key point.
How much? What?
You have a full key point.
you had-
No, I walked into the battle with
You weren't
16
here last
health
week.
and 2. Well, I figured I was still with the group.
You didn't use
So-
any key point.
Yeah, no key points.
last
2
No,
week.
weeks.
we
I wasn't
didn't.
here last week.
Yeah, but you took a long rest at the end
Oh,
of
did we?
Yeah.
You're full health.
Oh, I'm
You're
full
full
health.
health
Oh,
and full
shoot.
key points. So that's your first key point used at full health.
Okay.
We made sure
Well,
not
Thanks,
to.
Ange.
It's less whatever damage you took from the
Where's my
purple.
stats? So 16.
the gloom.
Oh, so I only lost 3 points. Okay, hold on.
Yay, Ange.
4. Okay, that's not gonna hit. That's a 10.
10 does not hit.
But I have a third.
You have your third attack.
And on the third try,
Can I use my inspiration?
Okay.
you're the moon.
22.
That hits. Roll your damage.
Disadvantage on the stunning strike roll.
Savage attacker. Why not? 8, and I'd like to use stunning strike and then give you a disadvantage.
Yeah,
Okay, so
we agree.
as you move up, you punch it with the blunt right hand, and you go to kind of bring your left elbow up, and you glance against its wing and don't get a clear shot. You come through with a knee right to his exposed midsection, and you go right for what you think is a weak spot in its nervous system, and he goes to make a wisdom save, and that is a 15. Oh, disadvantage.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ange.
It's still a 15.
No.
I rolled a 16 and a 13. So, which plus 2 is 18 and 15.
That's
Sorry.
a bummer. That would have been a big one.
Oh yeah, that would have been key if I could get it. I get it.
Key. Eli.
Well, now seeing that we attacked it, I don't know if there's any point in trying to reason with it.
She didn't mean it.
I'm gonna bonus action my sword back to my hand as I'm moving towards the stump.
Okay.
I'm gonna yell at the Drake in Draconic.
You can just see the top of the drake as you begin to climb the stump of the tree.
Yep. I'm gonna tell it to let us pass. We don't want anything you have here. This was a mistake.
Well, what does Nevermore want? Why
Okay.
is he leading us to all the dragons?
Doesn't
Find out.
seem to pay you any heed.
Can I hit it?
You're not within melee range.
Then am I on top of the stump thing at least?
Basically, yeah.
And how far is it, and how high is it above me?
You can move with the dash action. You could move forward 5 feet, and you would be about even with its head, which is about 10 feet up in the air.
No.
Okay.
I'm going to take the. Can I dodge?
You can take the dodge action.
I'm going to take the dodge action.
Okay, you take the dodge action, and it is now Mortho's turn. As you see on the other side of the fallen tree, the very top of this drake that seems to be attacking someone on the other side, who you presume to be Yanni.
I see Eli running that way. I will use my full movement to get as close to it as I can.
Okay.
They're 40 feet.
That's your full movement. It's considered rough terrain to get over it,
He's drinking scotch.
unless you're jumping like Sola did.
So, am I next to him at this moment?
You are next to him, but that's your full movement to get
Full
there.
movement. Okay. Then,
Say it's my face, old man.
Ortho's seeing Ronnie down there getting what appears to be hit by the dragon. He will again pull out his
The
Ogre
green
Blade
monster
sword,
specifically.
and this time he will cast Booming Blade as he makes a
Very good. So go ahead and roll your attack.
crit.
Natural 20.
Nice.
Okay, and you do have sneak attack because Sola is next to it.
Morthos for
As
the
is Yanni.
win.
What's
So much
up?
for not
What'd I do?
killing him.
You're adjacent to it.
Oh, yes.
He just gets to roll
Can
a
you-
lot of dice.
Hand me a Reese's.
That was the problem. You didn't specify that last time.
You're a lawyer.
This is true.
Words
You
matter.
can appreciate getting
They
lawyer.
do matter.
Totally loyal last week.
So the
Yeah, you do.
sneak attack damage, which will be magical, is 23. And then the sword actually will be it's actually 27.
Right?
Wow.
Math.
Yeah. And then the,
No, just the damage is impressive.
booming blade will be only 5.
Okay, and so you, as it has just taken a bite at Yanni and taken some blows from Sola, you find the gap in its armor and you
Sneak attack was 31.
jam it into the neck and rip it down, cutting off several of the mushrooms and filleting its leathery wooden skin. And you see this greenish blood begin to pour out from its neck. And you take, so 31?
31 was
So you
the
said
sneak
it
attack.
previously 23,
It was
right?
23, yeah.
So that's
I didn't-
eight
I didn't
more?
add the sword or my +6. So
Okay. These are really
Melty?
melty.
Well, it's because
It's 95 degrees.
it's 95 degrees in this area.
It's all in your head.
So is that melty Reese's.
Think cool thoughts.
Also all over your hand.
I just keep replaying Frozen in my mind.
And I'll take the
Let it
bonus
go.
action dodge.
Dodge action. Okay, very good. It is now Yaga's turn as you see your party rushing ahead at the beast.
I will use my dash action and try to cross the tree at the nearest point.
Okay?
And yell, I thought we weren't fighting dragons.
I was just trying to.
Go.
That's your full action, your full movement and dash.
Sure.
I was just trying to stun it so we could run away.
Okay.
That's what all I want to do.
It is
That's all I was
now
trying to do.
Wolfram's turn.
I will stand up from the slime pile that I'm in, acid, acidic, leafy pile, and I will browse around the branches up there first. So I'd like to perceive what's going on in there. If there are any more things that are gonna eat me.
Roll perception check.
Loser.
23.
Oh, bummer.
Bad roll, huh?
Yeah, actually.
Well,
all
last
of
time it was
them.
at 25.
That's bad too.
As you look around, you do not see any more man traps, nor do you see any of the purple mushrooms or anything like that. These all seem to be pretty consistently orange and yellow, different hues, that don't seem to have an effect. What you do note, however, is in the midst of the man trap, there are beads. You look down at it, and around what looks to be the nearly dissolved and corroded remains of some creature are black beads that have two clasps at the edge of them, which form a necklace, and hanging off of the necklace are 3 skulls.
Oh, jeez, more skulls.
The skulls are not humanoid, however. They come to a point, and they have 2 pointed eyes. These are bird skulls. And in fact, very clear to you, they are raven skulls. And these aren't actual raven skulls. These have been crafted to look like ravens. And
So Raven.
you
Obviously put it on your
immediately note that this is something of as you see this and look at it, Nevermore swoops down and lands on your shoulder.
Finally. You dirt bag
Seriously?
stinking
That's what we came
slagging
for.
bird.
As
gonna
you
be
say
cursed.
that, he just gives you a peck on the cheek. Pass that down to him.
Is he still glowing?
Skulls.
He is no longer glowing.
Alright, I will pick this up. Is it glowing?
Yes, it is.
Of the necrotic?
Yes.
I will. Alright, no traps. Lay on my shoulder. Job done here, guys. Let's go. And I will. There's no creatures around me. Dang it. Kildrick, how much life do you look like you have left?
If it was on a scale of
You can roll a medicine check.
I will.
scale of 0 to 35, it'd be around 8.
I got a 20.
That's a
so
really odd skill.
8. Alright, never mind.
You discern that he's pretty badly beaten,
Well.
and
I was thinking about sharing life with you, but perhaps I will. Pew pew! And I shoot the dragon.
okay, roll your attack.
17
That hits.
and a miss.
Okay.
So
Your damage on the first Eldritch Blast.
is maxed at 18. Oh, I'm sorry, 15 damage.
I was gonna say.
He too rolled a 9 on a d8.
Oh, I added the attack.
So you slam it with your first Eldritch Blast in the middle of its back. Mushrooms and bark goes flying out as it kind of stumbles forward, looks around, seeing all of the people surrounding it. It is now Kildrick's turn.
Kildrick looks at Wolfram and says, "Well, I was thinking about touching you to heal you, but I think now I'll just touch myself."
You would. Nasty
Please tell
young
me you're
man.
playing.
Madonna.
So I'm gonna cure.
When I think
I'm gonna give my.
about you, I touch myself.
Okay. I'm not gonna sing a song for that one. But I'm
Loser.
gonna cure wounds.
Like a
Kildrick's just gonna grab his
virgin.
chest and transfer some healing power to give himself a little bit more vigor.
Okay, roll your D8 plus 5. Is this first or second level?
First,
Okay,
I
D8,
don't want to use my last
D8 plus 5.
5.
So 6. Oh, 10.
Oh, it's a 10 then.
D8 plus 5.
Also,
10
this is
total.
It's a
rolling.
5 plus 5.
This is a D8.
Also, that was a d10.
Sorry, I rolled the wrong thing. I'm on fire tonight.
He's
okay, so
on
it's a
fire!
D8 plus 5?
Correct.
6.
So you get 6 points of healing back,
Oh my
and you have a bonus action if you care to use it.
Let's see. He'll give Bardic Inspiration over to Eli.
Okay, so you inspire Eli with some thrilling words.
I just got done touching myself. Let me touch you.
Eli, I thought about you the whole time.
As he touches himself to increase his vigor, he inspires Eli.
And Eli says, "Is that a roll of quarters in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me?"
Quarters.
What are quarters?
Electrum. All right. It is now the enemy's turn, and as you all crowd around this mushroom patch, they all seem to shake and move, and several of them
Oh yay!
stand up and begin to bite at your feet.
Oh,
Seriously?
I thought I was away from the patch.
Oh, these are the red ones that we
They're
were.
wherever you are.
That's true. They're just wherever we
It
are.
didn't matter.
I mean, you jumped right in their patch.
Well, I was trying
I
to
thought
jump
the
one at a
one
time
red
whole
one
time.
represented
The whole
the
time I'm trying to
patch.
jump the other way. You won't let me jump the other way.
All right, and so the
No.
first one has 2 attacks against.
Somebody had this plan the whole time.
No, Sola. I need you to roll. Yeah, it affected that. I need you to roll a Constitution save.
You got this.
4.
You fall asleep.
Oh,
God.
Yanni, I need you to roll a Constitution save.
With rage.
Natural 20.
You resist the effects.
And I save Solo with an
Sola, as you fall
You
asleep,
take a
this
nap,
creature
though.
turns to Jaga
This is your chance.
and takes a bite against
Kiss.
Jaga,
Like in your
I have read
storybook.
this story.
and that is a 20.
Uh-huh.
And you take.
It's good stuff. It's
Rage
good
read.
collaborative role playing there. I like it.
You take 12 piercing damage.
Sorry, man.
Yikes.
The large mushroom in the middle begins to emit spores, but it is drenched with water
Yeah, it is.
and is unable to do so.
Buddy!
Mmm.
Love it.
Mmm.
The other one
Gelatinous
here
water.
takes a bite at Yanni, having been unable to put him to sleep, and that is a 12.
That misses.
Okay?
I just did it.
And it is now Zeus's turn.
Well, Zeus will.
How much movement does he say? Let me see.
35.
Does he have enough to jump on the dragon and try and bite it?
This is rough terrain back here, so it is 10 feet of movement per square.
Okay, so he doesn't. All right. Well, he'll just get up next to the closest person over there and sort of stand guard next to him.
Like it.
So he can get
Oh, that was
he
Zeus
can
next
get
to
there
me?
because it's
Yeah.
rough terrain to get up.
Totally would have stolen his health.
Okay, you can dash if you want to get closer.
He's gonna stand guard next to Eli,
Okay.
his old master.
Yanni, it is your turn.
So I look at the Drake, and its face starts to morph into a cloud giant in front of me, and it says, "Your mama is so ugly. When she tried to join an ugly contest, they said, 'Sorry, no professionals.'" And then a lightning bolt hits me, my hair turns white, and I'm now raging, and I'm going to take 2 swings at the Drake.
Okay, roll your attacks.
Cool. One is a... Sorry. One is a 9, and one is a 19.
The 19 hits. Roll your damage. As you swing with your first hammer and it glances off of its flailing wings, you swing your second hammer as if in a kind of an uppercut, and it connects right underneath its chin as you see some of its teeth go flying into the distance, doing
14.
14 damage. Very nice. All right. In response to this, goes to flap its wings, and I need Yanni, Morthos, and Sola all to roll strength saves.
I would just be an automatic fail, right?
Yeah, you just fall prone.
Unnatural
She
20.
fell asleep
I fell
standing
asleep though.
Yeah, but
Okay.
so it's basically you're being knocked prone.
Unnatural 20.
You
Get
pass
really
again.
comfortable with my
Morthos?
nap.
14, you fall prone as well.
And I go like this, and I'm like, oh, the breeze feels good in my hair.
As you resist yet again, it reaches down to attack Sola
Oh no. No,
because
me.
she is on the ground.
Yeah, but I.
And that is a 21 to hit,
That hits.
and you need to roll a strength
I'm
save
sleeping though.
with disadvantage. The hit wakes you up as the tail wraps around you.
Disadvantage?
Yep.
Strength? is 16.
16.
Mm-hmm.
As you are have the tail wrapped around you, you somehow shrug it off.
This isn't a good blanket!
She's
Coming
the man.
out of your stupor, that was a very fortuitous disadvantage
Don't wake
roll.
her up from a nap. She'll fight.
Yeah, right.
No. But it is 20 piercing and poison damage to you.
Oh.
I'm sorry. No, I'm wrong. It is just 14 bludgeoning damage to you from the tail. It then goes to bite Yanni again,
Oh, bring it on.
and that is a 16.
Misses.
As it does so, it flies forward,
Thank you.
and you get an opportunity attack at disadvantage.
Well, you also take 22 thunder damage because I cast Booming Blade
You did.
with a crit.
Yes. Well, you got the crit on the attack.
Doesn't count even though it's already around him.
You don't get
Forced
the
around
crit
him?
on the movement. So it's not double the dice. But you do get the attack with disadvantage. Sola, you get an attack with disadvantage. You get a
Nice.
normal attack.
And it's only 13.
13.
Oh no.
What the heck?
Does it have to does it have a roll a save
No,
against that?
if it moves willingly, it automatically
Coming at you.
It did
Real
roll
life.
move willingly.
Did it fall down? Yeah,
You
it's,
threw
it's
it.
okay. You don't need to. I have plenty.
Uh,
of-
Solar
I have
did.
What
plenty-
did you
I
roll?
have plenty
With
just-
disadvantage?
It was a 16 plus 8.
With disadvantage?
Yeah. I rolled a
Man.
16 and an 18.
You hit. Roll your attack. Roll your damage.
9.
As you kind of do one of those like back scissor kicks.
Yes.
And kind of are about to go. You go right up to your feet with it as you're next. So
Cool.
how much damage do you do?
9.
9. Nice. And Yanni
21.
hits, and the damage you do
I did. What was that? 9.
9 as well.
We should
All
just
right.
get
I
out of
rolled
here.
a 21
Yeah, I think so too.
With disadvantage,
with disadvantage.
You're on the ground.
you're
again.
you're prone.
Hold on. About a 16.
That does not hit. As you swing at it and you miss. All right. It is now Sola's turn. You used half your movement to stand up.
Run.
I'm gonna say, everyone get out of here! I'll cover you! And then I'd like to get as close as I can on the tree branch.
To where?
Just on, like, diagonally. So I have 20 feet of
South.
movement, so I should get past.
Trying to go here.
No, closer
That
to the
wouldn't
dragon, because
Oh,
I'm
here.
covering them.
So try to get up on the mushroom here.
Yeah, that's fine. That works.
It's too close.
Okay, so you get to here. This creature takes an opportunity attack against you.
Okay.
And then I attack it.
That is a 17.
Miss.
As it goes to bite you, and you swiftly dodge
I
out of
just
the way.
actually jump over it and laugh.
Yep.
With my cloud jumping boots.
As you make your attack, Jaga,
That was a unnatural 20,
that hits. Roll your damage.
and that's gonna be 9 damage.
9 damage. Very nice. Okay.
So my turn.
So that's your movement. You have.
Radiant Sunbolt.
You're gonna sunbolt it. Very good.
Yeah.
16.
16 does not hit.
Dang it. 17.
Does hit.
Savage attacker. 9.
9 damage. Very good. And
then-
your bonus action
I'm also gonna attack
13 plus 8.
hits.
the mushrooms are gonna attack me.
And 11.
11. Wow. Nice. 20 points of damage. Well done. Okay. So. Choo, choo, choo. One of them flies off into the distance, but the other two impact against its chest, melting the bark on its kind of sinewy, leathery scales. It is now Eli's turn.
Do I see any vital organs opened up on the dragon?
Roll perception.
Just wondering. Because I'm gonna.
Take its heart.
I did not. That's a 1.
Okay. You.
I actually wasn't even looking.
Yeah.
The foliage at this time of year is all
It's
the oranges.
striking
This
colors.
is beautiful. I need for this.
So
for my-
that's just the mushrooms. This
Oh.
place is dying.
Okay. So I'm gonna move my 30 feet towards the dragon.
No one's leaving. Come on,
Do you
guys.
see those two guys on the other side of the?
Yeah.
We gotta get them over. So
You're moving towards the dragon.
yeah, I'm gonna go kill it.
Okay. Roll your attack.
But first, I'm going to say, as I'm running up to it, holding my sword out, last chance. Let us go. In Draconic.
He was trying to.
Okay. Roll persuasion.
What's my bardic inspiration do? That's a D6, right?
D6.
D6.
Use that.
Come on.
17.
17. You say this in Draconic, and there doesn't seem to be any hint of registration of language in its eyes.
Common.
It doesn't seem to respond.
Okay.
Yeah, down.
Yep.
You're rolling 2 dice,
So I'm gonna attack.
2 attacks at the same time? Because you don't have advantage.
I know.
Okay, sorry.
15 and 21.
15 misses, the 21 hits.
7 plus whatever my sword gives. 6. 13.
13, nice. Okay. And it is now Morthos' turn.
Stand up
Okay, that's half of your movement.
and is 20 feet getting right next to him, or am I still?
You are more than 20 feet away from him.
Right.
Because this is all rough, the branch is rough terrain.
Oh.
So it's.
Hmm.
Well,
Would I-
actually,
Would
no.
I have gotten there?
You're
I wouldn't
you
have
are you are on top of it already, so you're able to go. But it's the whole thing's supposed to be rough terrain.
Time out.
It's super slippery.
I would not have gotten there then.
Yeah, I'll say
Rough terrain's half movement. I had 30 feet exactly.
I figured you kind of jumped off and ran outside of it
Oh, okay.
and went on.
Okay.
Nice.
Sure.
I'll allow it.
That's how I took.
Well played,
Took
sir.
Okay.
So
how far away from him am I right now?
if you jumped off again, you could try to go around this way, but this is it's like a big root ball that goes out.
All right.
So you have to go around to get up to it.
Well, you said it's rough terrain on top.
Yes, because it's like really slippery.
Then I will use my dash action to get right up to him.
Okay. So you're moving in dash action.
Well, dash gives me the ability that rough terrain doesn't bother me.
Dash action or bonus action?
If I dash with mobility, rough terrain doesn't
Oh, you
bother
have
me.
mobility feet. I forgot about that. Yep. So you use your dash
And
bonus
then,
action.
Correct. And then as my attack action, I will cast Booming Blade.
Yeah, roll your attack.
It's not going to hit a whopping 14.
That does not hit. Okay.
And then, so
You use your movement. I mean,
Well,
you
I
use
use my
your
dash to
bonus
get
and your
there,
action.
but
You
still
still have your
20
movement.
feet.
Yep.
so
You still have your full movement or half movement in rough terrain.
I'll just stay put.
Okay, so you stay put there. And it is now Jaga's turn.
I will unsheath my sword and move clockwise around to get in flanking position with Yanni.
It's not a dragon.
Here.
Yeah.
Okay, this one takes an opportunity attack as you briefly exit its threatened radius. And that is a 26.
Okay.
Who's the white ringed guy?
Wait.
You need to get over that tree, man.
Yeah. I'm just
That's
trying to
11
hold them
points
off
of
and
bludgeoning
take it
damage
over
to you.
and come on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we have to get out of here.
And you now
We
can
got
take
what
your
we
action.
came for,
I will
right?
attack the one
Yeah.
on flank.
Very good. So
Flanking.
this one hasn't been attacked yet. You attacked this one previously, so roll with advantage on that one.
Well, we got another tree to go through.
We're not in the mare.
That's
This is
going to
the pass
be
before the mare.
15.
15 damage.
Oh, no, that's
Oh,
the
15
hit.
hits. 15 hits.
Okay. That will be 11 damage.
Okay, so you hack at this creature's fungal form, slashing away spongy bits, and your second attack
I will attack it again. 18 plus.
hits.
10. That's going to be 14 damage.
14, very nice.
How's it look?
Like a sponge, mushroomy, spongy.
I will
Roll a medicine check.
6.
Very difficult to tell what a living mushroom's constitution is.
I will action surge and hit it again.
Okay, roll your attacks with advantage.
Gallagher this thing.
That's going to be 19.
Hits.
11 again.
Nice. And your next attack?
It's going to be 19.
Hits.
That's going to be 10 damage.
Okay, very good. You hack away at this thing. 4 swift strokes that hack off large portions of its mushroomy frame, diminishing it with each attack, but its maw is still opening with kind of a fungal fume that emerges. It is now Wolfram's turn.
Wolfram says, "You better tell me what's going on." As he,
To who?
definitely Nevermore.
Okay.
Not the invisible shoulder guy. And then, as he's saying that, he points and will pew pew.
Okay, roll your attacks.
So, hit the mushrooms?
24. No,
Hits.
to the Drake.
Oh, okay.
And the second one, 16.
16 does not hit.
12 force damage.
12 force damage.
As a bonus action, I will merge with Nevermore.
Okay.
And then I will fly 50 feet. Sort of past where Sola is, into the clear area, hopefully.
Okay.
50 feet, not 40. I don't know what I said.
Very good. Kildrick.
Kildrick's gonna try and climb up to the tree and just join his teammates on the other side of the tree.
You can get to there because it's rough terrain to get up.
Okay.
Okay.
You can dash.
Bonus actions?
Bonus action dash. Can I do it?
Yeah. So you get to the top of the tree and you see everything that's going on.
Okay.
You can't use a bonus action dash, but you can use an action to dash.
Action,
So
okay.
that was your action.
Yeah.
So you use your movement, your action. You still have a bonus action left.
I'm not going to use any of my inspirations or anything like that. this
Okay,
time.
very good. Jaga, I need you to roll a Constitution save,
These things.
as well as you, Yanni. Both of you, Constitution saves.
23.
You pass.
Come on.
11.
Yanni, you fall asleep.
Can I use cutting words on that roll for him?
It's not an attack. It emits a sleep spore,
Ugh.
and
That one's not wet.
as you fall asleep, this one turns to you, Jaga, not intelligent enough to flank you, but takes an attack nonetheless. That is a 15
No.
The other one takes an attack as well. That is a 23.
Okay.
These mushrooms.
We should just eat them.
Like they're trying to do us.
That's 13 piercing damage to you as it clamps down. And you see the large mushroom try to emit one more burst as the last of the water seems to seep off of it and it's unable to do so. It is now Zeus's turn.
Zeus will run down and try to nudge Yanni back onto his... Nudge him awake.
Okay.
Lick him on the face.
Roll a medicine check.
As he's looking me on the face, I just go, "Oh, Sola." My tongue meets his.
What does Zeus say to that? That's not so bad.
Ah! Well, shit!
Keep swearing.
He bites your tongue.
Oh. That'll wake me up.
It's a 16.
Awaken, you purple man!
16.
Okay, you're awake.
Cool.
That was his action to do that. You are now up, Yanni.
Oh, cool.
So that was well played, Kildred. Well played.
That was Zeus. Not Kildred.
Yeah, it was Zeus, not me.
He's moving at the direction of Kildred
Seeing
through their connection.
seeing the water come off the big mushroom, I say, "Well, let's get away from this thing!" And I disengage and move out.
Okay, so you take the disengage
Yeah.
action, and you move where?
Up towards Wolfram.
Okay, so you get to here. Very good. Do you stay there? You still have 10 feet of movement left if you care to use it.
I'd like to move outside of the tree. Like, I don't want to be in the mushrooms. So.
Okay, very good. At the end of your turn, you lose your rage because you were not attacked, you were put to sleep, and you did not attack anything this turn.
Copy.
So your rage subsides, and it is now the Drake's turn.
I thought Zeus bit his tongue.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'll take damage on
Flavor?
that.
What flavor was it?
Dog bite.
It was
Dog.
like
saliva.
wet dog.
Kibble.
Yeah, kibble. It flaps its wings. Morthos and Eli, I need you each to roll strength saves.
Fail.
Morthos is knocked prone.
21.
You remain firm as the tail whips out at you, Morthos. And that is a 23 to hit. I need you to roll a strength save with disadvantage.
Come on. Use an advantage. I thought somebody gave you one.
Crit fail.
So you take
You did have one. Did
you
not use
take
it? Oh.
9 points of bludgeoning
Can
damage.
I uncanny dodge that?
Yes.
Then I'm gonna uncanny dodge it.
Okay, so that is 4 points of bludgeoning damage as it picks you up, flies backwards, taking an opportunity attack, and drops you on the ground as it hovers overhead.
I miss.
Yeah. Yeah.
As it hovers overhead and drops you on the ground, the
But he gets to go before I do.
the high grass and foliage and the fungus and lichen and moss all seem to rear up and envelop you as this mound of creature seems to swallow you whole.
Not anymore.
Okay. It is now Sola's turn.
Morthos is down! And I'm gonna sprint to where I saw him.
Okay.
I'd like to stay some feet away, however.
So you get to there.
Actually, you think I
you're,
can stunning strike this thing?
you're 10 feet away.
You've been doing it.
Can you cloud jump into the air and punch it?
Well, I could just hit it from afar, but I don't know if grass can be stunning striked.
What if you do air punches? Because you're a Jersey Shore.
Can I?
To keep your rage.
Yeah. I'm gonna
You ran up to him? I don't know either.
Well, Morthos is
knocked
swallowed.
down, bro.
He's my best friend.
Sorry,
I'm going to, you know, let's go all out. I'm gonna get right up next to him. Let's
Okay.
do it.
No.
Although I'd like to be on the other
Lucid.
side, away from the dragon. I have no
This is a root wall that
Got
there
it.
is no.
Never mind then.
Yeah.
Crit fail.
Roll a d20, please.
Oh, she's
We're
gonna
doing
stab
great.
me.
17.
I'm on the ground.
17.
Wait, he's flying now?
Yes.
Yeah, he dropped.
Roll a charisma save.
Crit.
Natural 20. Okay. As the fear of this moment overwhelms you, you resist the effect and steel your emotions, and with your monkish training, focus your mind to continue to press on. Make your next attack.
This is Morthos. I must stay strong. 22,
22 hits.
and I'd like to stunning strike this mound of grass.
Okay.
Let's try for it.
I will roll.
Any disadvantages?
You can roll your damage.
Is he going to trap him in
Savage
there?
attacker. That's 11.
Oh, where's...
Just
11
saying, I turned a
damage?
6 to an 11 damage. Just saying with this thing.
Awesome. Okay, so you do 11 damage.
Yep.
And you're stunning striking it?
See what it does.
Okay.
Who knows?
And I am rolling my save. Wisdom save.
It is grass, so I feel like it should have dick.
Super high wisdom, because it's
Ugh.
nature based.
Photosynthesis.
8. It is
Fail.
the
Great.
mound of fungus is stunned.
Nice. Everyone hit it! He's stunned! I'm gonna do my bonus attack.
Okay, roll with advantage.
23.
23 hits.
That's another 11.
Okay, very good.
I'm gonna flurry of blows it.
Okay,
It's Morthos. I'm going all out.
yeah. How many key points do you have left?
One more.
Very good.
19 plus 8.
That hits.
That's a 6.
6 damage.
Flurry of blows, I get 2 extra, right?
Correct. You get one more.
Oh, come on.
17.
Hits. Roll your damage.
That's another 6.
Okay, very good. So Sola, you rush up to this living plant life and just begin beating on it, punching, kicking, and you seem to find a sweet spot and hit a particularly energized root. And as you hit break the root in two, the entire form of this mound just stops frozen, stunned.
Nice.
Eli,
Okay.
you see all this unfolding, the drake keeping itself aflight, this mound that has enveloped
Does it
your
look
friend.
Like, does it look like the one that also ate Wolfram?
No, the one that ate Wolfram was a specific plant. This looks like a living mound of plant matter, mushroom matter. It's a, yeah.
All right. Can I?
It almost has the form of a man, arms and legs, but
Swamp thing?
it's kind of enveloped it with its chest.
All right. I'm going to run and jump off at it and try to stab its head coming down
Okay.
from above with advantage because I'm above it.
Because I'm a book.
Go ahead, and I'll say you come down
Also,
on the
by the way, it's
opposite of
advantage.
Or
Sola,
that works.
and so
However you
You
want to
do
give me
so.
advantage, I want it.
Absolutely.
It's stunning, so it's always advantage.
That's true. So 17 plus
that
stuff,
hits.
and my next attack is a 19 plus stuff.
They both hit. Roll your damage.
5 plus another 5 plus 12.
12. Very good.
22.
Woo! 22 damage. Awesome.
Nice.
As you jump off, you jab your broken sword into its side and just carve all the way down, searing through root and mushroom and weeds and plants, just carving like butter through this mound of foliage. In a little bit, we are going to do the Nolzers giveaway. So stick around, and if you have friends who would like to win this, we're going to do that here coming up in just a few minutes. So stick around.
We just have to get Morthos free and then help it leave.
All right, and it is now Morthos' turn. You are engulfed. You can attack. Similarly, you're restrained. You can, however, you can try to escape, unlike Wolfram, because you are not completely enveloped. It's more like these leathery vines and have kind
Did
of.
you say I can attack or can't?
You can attack, or you can try to escape.
Alright, well, I'm going to attack with green flame blade.
Okay, roll your attack with disadvantage.
Sure. 13.
Does not hit. You have a bonus action if you care to use it.
I don't know what I could do other than attack it again.
Attack again.
16.
That hits. Roll your damage with sneak attack.
Wait, since the plant is stunned, shouldn't there be normal rolls instead of disadvantage?
But he is restrained by it, so he has,
Yeah.
even though it's stunned, he is held fast.
Fair enough.
I guess mechanically it still would offset. So you hit with the
Well, with my dagger, yeah.
yeah. Go ahead and roll a straight roll on the first one.
15.
That does hit. So we'll say they both hit. So
Well, the sneak attack, let's just, that way I
Yep.
don't get confused, is 8 plus 6 is 14.
14,
That's
very
the sneak
good.
attack. The dagger of the second attack is 3.
Okay.
And then the first attack with the green flame blade would be 4, 10, 13 total.
13. Okay. As you plunge your dagger into the creature, you notice that the fire does not do much damage. As its fetid, wet form seems to douse the flame rather quickly.
I lift off his shoulder to burn itself.
And remember, this area is kind of squishy and wet.
Yep.
It's kind of marshland here. Okay. And you now have Jaga up.
Having taken a severe hit from that fungal creature, I will disengage and fall behind Yanni and Wolfram,
Okay. You
Uh,
disengage.
and I will bonus action second wind.
Do you have 2 second winds? Oh no, second wind. Sorry,
Yeah.
you used your. Yep. Go ahead and second wind.
That sucks. It's gonna be 7 hit points.
7 hit points. You heal. Very good. Wolfram, you are up as you see your party running away from this mushroom collaboration here in the center, and your other half of your party tangling with this. Well, you see the flying drake above, and you don't really see what's going on beyond the root ball.
Yeah, I will just fly up to about 120 feet away from the drake.
Straight up.
Not up, I mean like north.
Okay. So you are.
Oh, you can just get rid of that. I'm going to turn back in as my action.
Okay.
So I'm simply just moving 120 feet to 120 feet away from the drake, and then I'll use my action to coalesce back to myself.
Okay. So you're 120 feet away from the drake, and you cannot see it
Why not?
because it's a ravine that bends around, and you have gone around.
Oh,
the
I
bend.
mean like straight shot, like however far I can go to till I can still see the drake.
I guess what you could do is you could fly up into the mountain and shoot down on it.
I can't fly as a shooter.
You
not with that attitude.
you would have to roll a acrobatics check to see if you could keep your footing up there.
Okay, so it turns as soon as what we can see goes away. It turns.
Yeah, so
I'll
this-
just go to the end of it then.
Okay, so you're at
Wherever is the end that I can.
you're
still
the you're the farthest away that you can still see it on the ground.
see. And then I'll just turn back into myself as my action. And
Okay.
My turn.
Very good. So that's what you've done. You are, for the sake of ease, we'll say that you are within view of it on the map. Very good. Kildrick.
So Kildrick runs forward with the intent of jumping off the tree to circle it. No, the other way.
Here.
He's intending to go there to jump down the tree, but he sees the situation that's happening right here.
You see the mushrooms. Yep.
Does he see the dragon right now?
He does see the drake
And he
that's
sees this-
hovering above.
This
You do not see what's going on below,
Hmm.
but you do see the drake above. You saw that Eli jumped off, and you saw that Morthos rushed forward and then was knocked down and dragged beyond, and that Sola ran in, screamed, "Morthos is trapped!" and shot some radiant blasts, but you don't really see what's going on.
Okay, well,
Actually, I beat the
hearing
crap
them,
out of it.
hearing Sola say that Morthos is trapped,
True.
hearing Sola say that Morthos is trapped, Kildrick just decides in the moment that the dragon must be trapping Morthos and reaches his hand out in an attempt to use a spell to blind the dragon.
Okay, so I gotta roll a Constitution save.
We don't have one.
That is a 13.
You fail.
He is blind.
Nice.
So the drake begins to kind of vacillate in the air as it can no longer see, and it's keeping itself afloat, but it's got a very wobbly hover as it is unable to see what's going on around it. Very good. It is blind.
Can he use his maximum movement, by the way, to get to a position where he can jump down the tree? So, like, move up a little bit?
Away?
Up the tree branch.
This
Or-
way?
Yeah, up the tree branch.
Away from the mushroom.
Away from the mushroom so he can flank around them
You can
safely.
get to there with...
Okay,
Yep.
good.
Okay, it is now the enemy's turn as they...
Don't tell me they can move.
What?
They're mushrooms.
They have legs.
What?
This one is a mushroom. These are mushroom creatures. Look, they have a mouth and
Ooh, yeah.
legs.
Huh. I didn't see those before.
Yeah.
I would not have
Food.
done
They
that.
kind of look like something from
Yanni, I
Patty
need
with
you
a
to
chance
make
of
a
meatballs.
Literally the
Constitution
enemies from Dark
save.
Souls.
And Yaga,
literally
I need
Dark
you to make a
Souls enemies.
Constitution save.
That's rough.
18 plus.
Crit fail.
Okay, that succeeds. Yanni, you fall
Son of a
asleep.
That means they're gonna 2 attacks on you again. Oh my goodness.
Yep.
And I'm not
Yeah.
taking
Yaga.
anymore.
I think
That is a 9.
no, misses.
And this one steps over and goes to bite you.
How wide is
That's a
Yanni?
natural 20.
Pretty wide. They like to say thick.
2 C's.
I feel like we should eliminate the closest threat. Sometimes.
I don't know how much damage these stinking mushrooms can take.
Ooh.
You've done like what, 50?
Yeah,
Ooh.
yeah. I'll just put mine to 0 if it saves time.
That's 26 piercing damage to you as I rolled like 5 4s on the d4. And you go down. Okay. It is now time for a giveaway. Yeah.
Yay!
And so we are going to give away these Nolzur's Marvelous Miniatures in a little bit. We're also going to give away this black dragon. And so right now, type in !fungus, Fungus.
Not fungi?
If you would like to have an opportunity to win the Nolzur's Hobgoblins, you can type in !fungus, and we will give you the opportunity to win that. So type that in
I
now.
know, I'm sorry, I'm so bad.
Exclamation point fungus, and you can win this guy.
I don't think so.
I was teaching students all day, so my mind is fried.
Okay. As that's going on, exclamation point fungus to
Yeah,
have a
deep
chance at
fried.
winning
Burned.
the Nolzur's Marvelous Miniature with the dragon. It is now as a wave of poison is expanded out of the death cap that is central. I need
Death cap.
need Kildrick and Zeus to make a Constitution save.
Ooh, this is bad news.
Okay.
So I have to say with everyone's ass.
Ooh,
Well, we split the party. We didn't focus.
Well, I didn't know that those things
No.
could move, so.
That's a 15 for Kildrick.
I
okay.
thought we were leaving them.
And
We were trying to.
How can we leave when they grabbed one?
Yeah.
for
That's
Zeus,
the only thing that changed it.
Constitution. That is a 8.
8. Okay.
No, it
I
was
don't
You
know
are-
if see them like
You are
that, though.
both
Constitution plus 3.
you are
Constitution
both
save.
poisoned.
It was
11.
11. You are both poisoned.
Well, okay, so does Kildrick resist that because he's resistant to poison?
He would have advantage.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll again.
6.
You are both poisoned.
It's not enough, so.
You each take 8 poison damage,
Okay.
and you have disadvantage on all ability checks, attacks, and saves until you are no longer poisoned. Okay, it is now
That sucks.
Zeus's turn.
Yep.
Yeah. Keep running, man.
It's Zeus's turn.
Zeus's turn.
Oh, okay. Well, Zeus is going to try and get the hell out of Dodge.
Okay, where's he going?
He's going to try and flank the mushroom the other way. Was that rough terrain where he is now?
No, this actually isn't. He's
Okay,
on-
good. He's just going to just straight shot past it.
Now he's in rough terrain, but he can get up to that.
Okay.
The fungus. This is the one that has been slashed quite a bit by Jaga.
Okay, well, he's going to bite it.
Go ahead and roll your attack.
Twice.
Well,
I should have 2 attacks.
You do have 2 attacks.
1.
What was the first one?
1.
A 1.
One.
Okay, roll your d20 for the fail.
9. Do I add on my attack modifier to that or no? To hit?
Roll your damage.
Alright, let me use my worst d6. 3. That is 8.
8. As you go to bite, you trip and you end up biting your own paw, and you take 8 damage.
Oh no, Zeus.
And your second attack.
Alright. Come on, man.
I'm just saying, dear Twitch, they could probably use some advantages, especially with some death saves coming up.
That is 14.
14 does not hit.
Oh.
All right, it is now Yanni's turn.
I'm asleep.
Oh yeah, you're asleep. It is now the boss's turn.
He's blinded.
He's
You can make a
blinded.
constitution throw to try and resist it.
At the beginning or end of his turn?
End of the turn.
Yep. So he is going to just beat his wings furiously. I need Eli and
Should be not
Just
in its
Eli.
range. Okay.
just Eli to roll a strength save.
Come on. Oh, I have an advantage. So.
Should be a 17.
17 passes. All right. As it looks around and
What's it here? The dragon?
trying to shake off, the drake, trying to shake off the blindness, it just lashes out wildly with its 2 claws. in Eli's direction.
It's gotta be disadvantaged.
It's disadvantaged.
Morthos
That is-
and Yaga have advantages.
That's a 12
No.
and natural 20
And?
and a 19.
Yeah.
Hit.
Wait, 19 plus stuff or the
19
total?
total.
No.
So they both miss.
Yeah.
All right. It then makes a Constitution save again, and that is a 15. Which
I think his is a
that's his
14.
spell
I
save.
believe that
15
succeeds,
means.
so he is no longer blinded. Okay. As the shambling mound
That's
now
what it's called.
takes 2 attacks.
Nope, he's stunned.
Tries to take 2 attacks and is still stunned. Well done, Sola. As it is now your turn.
You gotta kill
At the
that
end
thing.
of your turn, it is no longer stunned.
Correct.
Come on.
18.
18 hits.
That's 11.
11 damage. Very good.
You gotta wake us up.
That's another 18.
18 hits.
And Nick has literally no
And
movement
that's
whatsoever,
9.
So.
9 damage. Okay,
And
you smash more of the vines and branches inside its vegetative exoskeleton as it's beginning to kind of collapse in on itself under your blows. Morthos still being engulfed by it, but it seems to its size beginning to just collapse under the weight of this wet fungal form.
24.
Hits.
Come on.
That's another 9.
9. Okay.
And is it dead? No, I'm gonna use Stunning Strike on it again.
Okay. Wisdom save. That is a 16.
That passes.
Okay. Good try.
It is now Eli's turn.
I'm in a flanking position on
You
it.
are in a flanking position with Sola.
Come on.
19 plus.
Hits.
And no.
Roll your damage.
12.
12. Very good.
Just kind of chilling out.
More base got attack too.
Anything else?
I think as a
29
bonus
damage.
action, I am going to.
I feel like it feels like
The hell's the one
last
called?
night's just like
Gonna
in
mutual
increments.
suffering
This is just
the Drake.
one
The
big
Drake.
roll.
The Drake. Okay.
Yep.
So you reach out and you cast mutual suffering upon the Drake as you feel your life force connect with its life force, and any damage that it
Gonna upcast it too.
does against you, any next,
Oop, no.
how much?
I was a D8. I rolled an 8. 3.
Okay, so the next 2 attacks that it makes against you, the next 2 times you take damage from it, it takes half of that damage. All right, Morthos, you are inside still.
I'll use my advantage
Wait,
and try to
half?
break free.
I upcast it. Isn't it Phil?
It automatically
No, that
fails
just gives it another
swing
attack.
saves.
Oh,
Oh,
it
it's
does?
not
Read your
stunned anymore,
sheet.
never mind.
No, it's not.
I think it's in
It
here.
would have last turn.
Go ahead, roll your. It's no longer stunned.
Yeah, so I'm gonna probably fail. Because -1, 13.
13
Full damage.
does not succeed.
So
Damage by full.
Okay. So you are still restrained, which means that's your action. You still
Yeah.
have a bonus action.
yes, if I can't offhand attack with my bonus action.
You can with disadvantage.
Can I press my button? That's all I want to do.
You can press your
I'm
button.
gonna press my button.
Okay.
Is that your?
What does that mean?
Can't get that button.
And so you do an acid.
An acid attack.
Attack?
Oh,
Well, you have to cast the cantrip first, right?
No, I just have to press the button. Right? I thought that was the whole point of it.
You activate it by casting the cantrip.
It's good to know.
I think that's what
17.
it says. That hits.
Push my button.
I'll read it later.
I
What
thought
do
you were
you
like
do?
self-destructing.
Don't push that red
Yeah.
button.
Whopping 5
5 damage. Okay.
acid damage.
Anybody else want to enter?
Okay. Last call for opportunity to win the Hobgoblins from Nolzur's Marvelous Miniatures, !Fungus. If you would like to enter, !Fungus.
Morthos got another advantage.
I'm gonna need it.
So you should have 2 right now, Mort.
No, I just used one.
He just used one.
Oh, you have 1.
So I have one.
Okay, awesome.
Thank you.
Jaga, I need a death save from you, my friend.
Oh,
It's a 4.
4. That is 1 fail for Jaga. All right, and it is now Wolfram's turn.
He's down next.
So how far away is where I'm standing to where
You are
my two friends
about
have died?
you're about 30 feet back from that.
One's just sleeping.
From where he is standing?
Yeah.
And how far to him?
60 feet away.
Okay.
I mean, can you tell if he's sleeping?
I'm going to move. I mean, okay, can I tell that one of them is dead? not
Yeah.
snoring.
You can tell one of them, Jaga, is completely motionless. Yanni, you can see his chest slowly, rhythmically going up and down. With your passive perception, you would know this.
Alright, I will move 20 or so feet closer to Yaga,
Okay?
and I will tell Nevermore to
Oh, the DM has
cast Spare the
disadvantage.
Dying, to fly up and around and cast Spare the Dying on Yaga.
Okay.
To stabilize him.
So Nevermore flies up to Yaga and uses your action to spare the dying. You are stabilized.
And Wolfram grumbles the whole time. I had plans. Well, I don't know why you had to fall to the ground.
Grumpy old man Wolfram.
All right. It is now Kildrick's turn.
Am I 60 feet away from Yaga?
5, 10.
That's what I thought was down.
You're right in there.
Yes.
I wish to heal him with my beautiful voice.
Healing word. Okay. What level are you casting this
I
at?
only can cast it on the first level.
Okay, so roll 1d4 plus 5.
Bow.
That is 8.
8. You get 8 points of healing back, Yaga. Very good. Jaga.
Just in time to get hit by another spore guy.
And you have a bonus action.
Well, at least it's not too dumb.
I wish to give Bardic Inspiration to Jaga as well.
You have Bardic Inspiration, Jaga, as well. Well done. Enemy's turn. I need you, Kildrick, you to roll a Constitution save again, since you did not move.
I value your life over mine. What's the range on that gas?
To be fair, you
30
can
feet.
also move and do healing word. Because you're really slow and need to get out.
Can, but he
Just
didn't.
saying.
Are you freaking kidding me?
Oh boy.
Crit fail.
Ooh. I should double this dice roll, but I'm not, because I'm a benevolent person. That is 4 points of healing damage, or healing.
Healing?
Healing damage.
Thank you,
Poison.
guys.
And you have
That's counting in the my resistance.
you have quadruple disadvantage. No wait, you rolled you rolled 2 natural ones. You have advantage on the save. So you can roll twice.
Natural 20. I'm only rolling 1s and 20s.
Four healing
You are a
points.
dwarf of extremes. You take 2 points of poison damage, and you do not have disadvantage on anything. You resist the effects this round. Okay, very good. These guys. What do they do?
Wake a sleeping
The other
giant.
ones, once the guys were done, they moved. Just saying.
I need Zeus to roll a Constitution save.
Constitution. What's his? How does he fact that again last time?
It's
It's
a
the
save.
up in the left hand. It's a +6.
+6. Okay, so that is 14.
14. That passes.
Nice.
He does not fall asleep. As this creature turns and attacks him, that is a 15.
Fails.
Not yet. Christmas, Christmas.
The other creature goes to attack Jaga.
Didn't have help. And you just
I'm
stayed.
not yawning.
No one would have attacked you.
You're
Don't-
asleep.
Don't wake up a sleeping giant.
I don't know. They could have.
Jaga, that is a 17 to hit. Jaga,
I'm sorry?
17 to hit.
That meets.
Okay. And the second attack is a 14 to hit.
No, I misses.
Okay, so you take 14 points of
Fall down again.
piercing damage as you fall unconscious. And it is now
Might be already that way.
it's now Zeus's turn.
Okay, well, Zeus is going to try and rush over and wake Yanni up, licking him on the face again.
Okay, so you go
That's my
over,
favorite.
roll a medicine check.
Okay. He doesn't have any bonus, right? Nope, so that's a 16.
You are awake, Yanni, as Zeus wakes you, and you actually, Zeus, you were able to take a attack
Oh,
against
that's right.
this
yes.
guy because he attacked an ally
A
within 5
reaction
feet of
attack.
you.
Okay, so
Yep.
I'll roll the bite.
Roll your attack
Okay, let's see.
with advantage because you had him flanked at the position he was in.
Okay.
You have
Okay,
advantage
so that is a
with us.
24.
24 hits. Roll your damage. 2d6 and take the higher.
Okay, that's 9.
9 total, so 9 plus 4 plus 5, 9. Very good. Okay, and it is now Zeus's turn in terms of he uses action to wake him.
Yes, he woke him up.
Yanni, you're up.
I'm gonna stand up
Yeah.
and I'm gonna just clobber. Can I actually move into a flanking position at all on either of these?
You could move
And then I want to
Here?
clobber.
or you could move here.
Yeah, that one.
Okay. As you do so, this one takes an opportunity attack against you.
Fine.
That is a 13 to hit.
That misses.
And you have your 2 attacks with
Both
advantage.
Natural 20.
Okay. And your second attack?
An 11,
11 does not hit. Roll your natural 20 damage.
which is double dice. That's what
Yep.
it is.
It's going to be, what are you rolling? You're rolling
D8s,
a D8, so 2d8 plus 5.
Plus 5.
Because that's your normal attack.
Mine's plus 4.
Oh, plus 4. Yeah, are you?
Yeah.
No, you're not at 20 yet?
No.
Oh, okay.
Is 15.
15 total. Very
Yeah.
good. As you smash your hammer down on the center of this creature, you see a bunch of its fungal matter just kind of flies forth. It still seems to resist,
Bonus action.
and you can bonus action attack.
That's a 23.
Hits.
It's 5 damage.
5 damage as it is looking rough. And as this goes on, the bosses are up. No longer stunned. The Drake is going to use its 2 winged attacks. Sola, I need you to make a strength save.
I didn't have to last time.
Sorry, yep. It's just Eli. I keep
Okay.
forgetting it's not a radius, only the immediate radius.
16 plus whatever his
So
strength
he
is.
succeeds. And it then goes to bite Eli.
He has mutual suffering, which I don't know what.
That is an 18, which misses. And it goes to claw Eli. That's a 20, which... What's
Does
his
he see
AC?
this? Does he see this? Kildrick?
Yes.
Can I use cutting words to lessen the
That
damage?
meets 20 meets.
20 meets. Yep, you use cutting words. Roll your d6.
1.
And he now rolls a 19,
Yeah.
which misses.
Which is all you needed.
Yeah.
So he misses
All you needed.
as he kind of flies around.
Oh, flanky. Oh, flanky flank.
The shambling mound goes to attack Sola, who has been pounding away at him. And first is a 13.
Miss.
Second is a 18.
Meets.
Okay. That's 13 bludgeoning damage to you. And it is now your turn.
Give me 1 second. I'll do math.
We'll be giving away this black dragon here in a little bit.
Chip one.
So stay tuned. Congratulations, Chip, for winning the Hobgoblin minis.
Go tell your friends.
First attack is 18.
18 hits. Roll your damage.
That's 10.
10.
That's 18 plus 8.
Hits.
That's another 10.
Okay.
And for my third.
As you
Oh, thank goodness.
Crunch
I was
it
going to
with
say,
the
how much
second-
damage has this been?
As you punch through the second attack, your fist actually breaks through a central branch that seemed to be acting as its kind of spine, and you snap it right in two with
Nice.
what would be the palm of your hand. Instead, it's the kind of the nub of your missing right hand. Its body completely folds in on itself, falls down, and just kind of remains still.
Nice.
Morthos is still covered, but you feel the tension around you kind of give way.
As my bonus action, can I uncover him?
Absolutely. So you are essentially uncovered. You're prone, but you're there. It is now Morthos' turn.
Can I, sorry, since he's
Eli
uncovered.
gave me instructions.
Okay.
As he's uncovered and free, can I move away? My movement?
Yeah, where do you want to move to?
Just up north by Yaga, so I could give him a potion. Sorry, man. You're free though.
Is that good?
Yeah, that's.
No, that's-
No, that's in the radius. I'd like to go more west.
What a cruel DM.
Like here?
How long is the radius? Yeah, no.
No, further left. No, further. I don't want to jump down there.
I have control of the map. You jump where I jump.
Tell me where to go. Is that good? You happy with that placement?
I think that's. How far am I away from that mushroom?
You are
You know what? Let's
20
just do
feet. You're 20 feet away.
one more left, just in case.
25 feet away.
Oh, you're still within range.
Am I?
she's
How
been
big is
there
the
before.
range?
She was in range.
Yep,
That's
yep.
of the gas.
She was
Oh.
It's supposed to be a 30-foot range, but for this I shrunk it down.
That's too much.
I was gonna say that's a huge range.
Yeah. Because I put so many other things on this map, that's why I shrunk it down.
Nice.
So generous of you.
The man trap is also a 30-foot range with its attraction pollen, so
Got me.
got him. All right, Eli.
Eli would
Baited me with
see that
Nevermore.
Morthos is uncovered and disengage and use all his movement to get out of there.
Okay.
That was the last one to get out.
Yeah, Kildrick's dead. Sorry, dude.
And
Sorry.
Morthos can disengage
died
without the
fighting.
boss.
You can get to there.
I think I'm gonna leave him now.
You good with that spot?
Wait, who's? You're
Is
the
that
one
all
that
his
did it.
movement?
I know,
This
I'm
is
killing the
you,
dragon.
action to
You're
disengage
killing
and
the-
then full movement.
Seriously?
You can't talk to him right now. You're like 70 feet away.
So, and he doesn't have a dash.
He's gonna
movement,
kill the
right?
dragon.
It's
It's an action to disengage.
it's
so
an action to disengage because he's not a rogue.
If you can move him 5 feet away from the mushroom, that'd be.
He could have gone.
Morthos is the man.
Very good. It is now Morthos' turn.
I'm gonna stand up.
That's half of your movement as the Drake hovers over you.
He's up in the air, right?
He is about 10 feet up in the air.
So I can't really reach him.
You could. You
Acrobat up
would.
the roots,
It
dude.
would be a kind of a parkour type move.
I really want to kill this thing.
Do it.
Roll a medicine check.
I'm gonna roll a medicine check. And it's a crit fail.
It's really hard to tell with this fungal anatomy, vegetated anatomy, although it's clear that he's taking many hits.
Alright. How far away am I from him currently? He's 10 feet up.
He's
right?
10 feet up, so it would essentially be kind of a parkour off to jab him.
Yeah, we're totally going for it.
I believe in you.
With advantage.
Roll your first roll an acrobatics check.
Alright. It'll be with booming blade, by the way.
Okay.
Oh, you have 2, by the way.
Yeah, I know. That'll be
Yeah,
a
I'd
20.
have you-
Actually, that's a 30.
So you rush up the tree and you jump up above him and come down with your attack. Go ahead and roll, which you said was advantaged roll.
Yep.
Both
So it'll be
attacks.
24.
That hits. Roll your damage. No sneak attack, just straight
I
with.
rolled with advantage.
Forgot about that. Yeah,
You keep allowing it.
I know. I probably shouldn't.
Hey, man. That's the rule.
Alright, so 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. plus 6,
We'll say as you
16.
rush up past
20.
its swooping wings, and you gain the perfect foothold and leap up, putting all of the rage that you can into your blade as it begins to boom with energy. You bring it straight down on the top of its head as the thunderous explosion goes forth. Boom! And its entire skull and frame shatters under
Nice.
the weight of the blade as the rest of its body just falls
It
right
was
next
not
to
living.
the shambling mound, and with a thud, you land on the ground in a 3-point stance on top of the shambling mound that had previously engulfed you, breathing heavy,
Kill everything
seeing
just
the
by
two
walking through
fallen
territory.
foes at your feet. Well done.
Good job.
Cowards, you ran!
All right,
I didn't run. I'm there.
Jaga, death save.
17.
Oh, I forgot. You're
That's a
still up there.
success. Very good. It is now
Two closest
Wolfram's
friends
turn.
ditched you.
I'm
Sorry.
coming back for him.
Louder.
Wait, leave it there so we remember to loot its body.
I'm just gonna shoot the thing right next to Yaga that keeps knocking him out.
Yep. Roll your attack.
Come on, baby. 17
Hits.
and 22.
Hits.
Come on, baby.
Come
Well,
on,
the
baby,
first one is
baby.
9 damage.
Okay.
Second one is 12 damage.
Nice. You blast 2 chunks of the fungal flesh off of its form. You staying there? This is the one that hasn't been hit much.
Oh, good.
That one's been hit quite a bit.
I am about 50 feet away from them.
You're 40 feet away. You'd moved 20 feet previously. You were 60 feet before.
Okay, so as long as I'm 50 feet from... Nevermore. So I'll move 10 feet back.
10 feet back.
In fact, Nevermore's coming back to me. So
Okay.
I'll move 10 feet back and he'll just move his foot 50 feet back.
Okay, so you're 50 feet away.
Yeah.
All right. It is now Kildrick's turn.
Kildrick is going to run to the left along the tree. So my right.
This
Your
way?
right. Yes.
Okay, so you can move 20.
And use use the dash to just try and get
Okay.
as far away from that thing as possible and jump down.
You can get to there.
Well, that's as far as I can get.
That is as far as you can get.
Okay.
It's freaking dwarf.
Okay, it is now these guys' turn.
Done.
Zeus is up, right? Oh no.
I need Yanni to make a Constitution save.
I have an advantage.
Are you gonna use it?
Yeah, I don't want to
Okay.
fall asleep again. 23.
You resist. I need Zeus to make a Constitution save.
His con should be good.
Yeah, it's good, but it's not too good. 13.
13 succeeds.
Oh.
That's the DC. All right. So you both resist. Yanni, you get an attack. That's a natural 1.
Zeus gets a reaction again.
Zeus gets a reaction on that fungus, right?
He does. Roll your attack.
Come on.
Good
Come on,
job.
Lucifer.
Crit.
You gotta roll your d20.
Oh, that's right. Well,
You are flanking it, so you have advantage.
okay.
Roll it again.
What was the first one?
12.
It's cocked.
Crit.
Plus the, okay, so that's 22.
22
24.
hits. 24 hits. Roll your damage.
2d6. Take the higher one.
10.
10. Very good.
Nice.
You tear off one of its legs as
The
its
damaged one?
the damaged one, as its body is barely standing up, as it bites back at you. I'm sorry, it took a bite at Yanni,
Natural 1, right?
and that was a natural 1. The other one takes a bite at you, Zeus, and that is a 19.
Hits.
And take 14 slashing damage as its claws come down and pierce through the exposed flesh on your legs, not covered very well by your armor.
Better you than me.
Kildrick, I need you to make a Constitution save.
Ooh, that was close.
Very close.
Okay, what's his con? So it's unnatural 20.
You resist you have advantage, but either way, you resist the effect of the poison. You are not disadvantaged this turn, but you do take 3 poison damage.
Okay.
Okay, and it is now Zeus's turn.
Okay, so Zeus is going to
Gummy bears are way
bite
off.
at the
I know.
damaged one and try and finish it off.
Go ahead and roll your attack, Zeus,
Those are so good.
with advantage.
That is a 19.
19 hits. As you bite into the center mass, you tear out all of the remaining fungal matter, and its 3 remaining legs just kind of fall around as you rat shake it and throw all of the mushrooms all around.
I
Killing it.
would like to use my action surge to take a bite at the second one.
Yep. You still have 1 attack and then 2 more attacks,
Got
so
it.
you get 3 attacks at this one.
Good.
Not with advantage.
Not with advantage.
Alright.
Okay. That is 12.
Does not hit.
Jeez. 14.
Does not hit.
What the heck is going on here? 16.
Hits.
1 for 3.
2 for 4.
Oh. Oh, well. Yeah.
7.
7. Did you 2d6 plus take the higher?
Yeah, 7.
Okay, very good.
Rough go there, huh?
That was terrible.
It is now Yanni's turn.
I'm gonna move around to flank
Yep.
and
Squash this thing.
just bring both hammers down right on top of it to
Go for it.
squish the heck out of it. 19.
19 hits.
That's the first one. The second one's a 22, so that's a hit.
Both hit.
And
2d8 plus 8.
yeah. 14.
14.
Oh,
As
and
the-
to crush down
The
Yanni.
fungal matter goes all over the place as its form now is beginning to diminish under the weight of the blows. Sola, you see your friends chipping away at these walking mushroom creatures. Yaga is down. Wolfram is off in the distance. Eldritch blasting. Eli and Kildrick seem to be following behind. You know that the Drake is down. The shambling mound is dead. What are you doing?
I'm running to Yanni. Yaga. I meant not Yanni.
Oh no.
Yaga.
Oh no.
She is chosen.
We all heard.
So with your full movement, you can
Yeah.
get up to Yaga.
And then with my action, I'm
Oh,
giving him
that's
a
what I say.
potion.
We all know our good.
You give him a potion.
Yeah, four.
Okay,
That's
2d4
what
plus
I'm
2.
Do I roll that or does he?
You roll that.
Okay,
2d4 plus
2d4.
2. And mark off a potion.
I only have one, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
You get 8
Thank you.
points of healing, Jaga. And that is your action. You still have a bonus action.
Can I? I'm not in range for attacking.
Well,
right?
you can
Oh, I
only
can
you
radiant
have to
sunbolt.
you have to attack in order to bonus action attack.
Oh,
So
that doesn't make sense. But okay, can I help him up off the ground? So it counts for less movement for him getting up.
Ooh,
sure. Roll a strength check.
that's an interesting form of metagaming. I like it.
17. Wait, add
You
two.
lift him up on his feet after you pour a potion down his throat, and
Cool.
with your good left hand, you kind of grab him underneath his armpit and hoist him up. Look him in the eye,
Smooch him on the lips.
ready to go. Eli, what are you doing, brother?
You. I would
He's
stay
gonna bring
outside
you close
of
to
the
the mushroom.
outside of the mushrooms range.
Yep. You have.
And I'm going to just watch it for anything else that's coming.
Okay. You watch Morthos.
Wait. Oh, is that one still alive?
Yeah.
Yeah, this one's still alive
Then
right
I'm
here.
gonna get up next to it and kill it.
No.
Here.
Yanni does all the damage.
Can I double dash and then? No.
With your full movement, you can get up to
Wait,
it.
am I within 20 feet from where I was?
What do you mean?
I'm gonna throw my sword at it if I'm within 20, so I don't have a disadvantage throw.
With 10 people
Yeah, you
around
could-
him,
I mean,
he's
I
gonna
hope you
throw
miss.
his
I hope
sword.
you
You're
miss.
here, so you're there, so you can get.
Is that all?
You can move there, and you're within 20 feet of it.
But you're within the mushroom. Don't let him trick you like that.
Yeah, so back me up to where I was.
Now you're gonna be disadvantaged.
No.
again.
Where you
That's
Oh
where you
my
started.
gosh.
I know. So where you had me
Oh my
before, after you
gosh.
moved me 30 feet, out of the range of the mushroom. Am I out of the range of the mushroom there?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna throw my sword.
Okay, do so with disadvantage.
Nope.
You using an advantage?
Yeah.
Okay, so roll and die.
I
Mm.
understand. Just need
16.
more feet.
16
I
hits.
know. He could be there.
He wants it to be cooler than that.
I
I
do.
know.
Plus, I don't want to waste a thingy. Ooh, that was actually good. 15.
15. All right. You use your bonus action to recall it.
Call it back. And yeah, I'm gonna throw it again.
Okay.
Disadvantage this time.
Yep.
Ooh, both 19s on the die.
Nice.
That's a lovely thing.
14.
14. Whew. As you throw the broken sword, it plunges in, cleaving off chunks of mushroom. You recall it, throw it a second time, it actually passes through because there's not much mushroom flesh left, and it kind of lands next to Jaga. It is now Morthos' turn. I assume you're just going to be dashing forward.
Sure. All the way. I think I can get
Into
right
the
up to-
30.
Wait,
Just
you
do
should
it. That's
loot
what he
the
wants.
dragon, man.
I should be able to get right up
That's your
next
full
to it.
movement.
That's, and then
And
if I dash
bonus
another 40
action?
feet,
You should throw some.
And
Just be cooler than
Yeah,
Eli.
You are flanking it.
and then we're going to booming blade it.
Okay.
You gotta be kidding me. 17?
Hits.
Yeah,
17
I
hits.
got a +9.
Oh, you gotta kill the
I
soul.
feel like I'm
Yanni
about to
doesn't get
fall
a kill.
asleep.
I want him to go
I
this whole
love that
campaign
idea.
without killing anything. That would be hilarious.
So the thunder is
That would be
3,
really funny.
Uh huh.
and then we got, oh my gosh, it's a 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 13,
As
19.
you plunge your dagger in, it explodes, and you seemingly are no longer threatened by anything but the death cap, which is pumping out poison. Nope, Kildrick, you are up before it would go, so you can safely get out of its range.
Thank you.
And you move on.
You run in to try to kill it?
I spray water on it and then try to kill it.
No.
Yeah.
I
Frustrated that I damaged those two things.
Go step on a bug or something.
All right, so you are out of combat, and before we do any role playing at the end, we're going to give away the Black Dragon. So anyone who is in the chat who wants to have a chance at winning this Black Dragon, please type in !Drake, D-R-A-K-E, !Drake, and you can have a chance at winning this Black Dragon.
I don't know about flawless. I don't know about that.
!Drake.
Flawless. Well, you know, no one died.
Okay.
That was one of our more graceful fights.
Yes.
So, !Drake, and you can have a chance at winning this Black Dragon. Very cool.
You have till 10:30.
You guys,
Eastern.
as the sun has set, the end of the long day, the end of the 26th of Flame Rule, you are exhausted. Is there any conversation you wish to have?
Yeah.
What are you guys
Yeah,
doing?
I look at
We need to work on our strategy.
I look at Wolfram and be like, why in the world did that bird lead us here?
There are plenty of reasons, but let me talk to him first. So I would also like to talk to this damn bird. Do it in my head, but don't you remember Eli's dream? Yanni? Don't you remember Eli's dream? We have to go to the Ice Spire. This is a direct route, yes?
Yes.
Okay. And you said you wanted to help the woods, yes?
Yeah, that's why I'm helping. But the birds seem to have specific spots picked out.
Yeah.
So why this tree that almost killed my goblin friend over here a couple times?
Yes, what is so special about this place?
Did you forget I was inside of the plant? I almost died as well.
So you should be
Yes,
angry
you
too.
saved me. And I go up to Zeus and give him a nice good pet and a lick on the face.
A lick on the
I also
You lick his face?
I do.
That's kind of gross.
There were only 2 potions that.
Yeah,
right?
and
So
I have
you
them.
already
Yeah,
got them, yeah? Very
Yeah,
good.
mine was not part of that one.
Yeah.
He seems to be normal now.
So what changed?
Good question. What the hell, Nevermore? I don't know what Nevermore says to me though.
Nevermore is no longer glowing purple, just sitting on your shoulder, looks over at you, and
But I mean, I'm gonna talk to him and ask him what happened. Does he remember what happened?
he, in his raven
So he
way,
doesn't know.
is completely devoid of any memory of the last several hours.
Did
Oh.
any of us see when he stopped glowing?
Well, he's not glowing now.
He is not glowing
But
now.
there was a specific point
Correct.
in the battle where he stopped glowing,
Yeah, right when he flew to me.
Right when you
which is
picked
right
up-
when you found something,
Yeah,
which is what I'm trying to get to.
correct.
Oh.
I don't know. I don't think I would have seen that.
Because we were saying, I
He
mean,
was
it's
in
just a
pretty
matter.
thick
I don't know.
fog,
It was-
too, or
Oh.
spores.
I don't think that had anything to do with it. Oh yeah.
There has to be a reason to stop here.
Well, the first stop, we did get some loot. This cool little axe here, which I'm gonna figure out what it is because it's got magic on it.
Can you do a memory check?
Of what?
Did he stop glowing when we picked up the hatchet the first time?
He did not stop glowing. He continued flying forward.
Alright.
But then, what made him come to me was when I picked this up.
What is that?
Oh, it's a fancy necklace. I kind of like it. And I actually clasp it on. It does have a sort of magic coming off of it, for sure.
What sort?
The dark sort.
Great. That one again.
So he's insane and plays with dark magic.
Yeah.
But But I don't really know. I don't really know what caused it, and neither does he.
Can we be walking out of this gorge while
Ye-
having this talk?
I presume you're walking
sure.
forward.
I want to shoot a lightning bolt just past Nevermore because I'm mad at him.
Roll
Oh no.
an attack with the intention to miss.
An accuracy check.
11.
Oh boy.
You got an
hit
11?
Wolfram.
Yeah. So I double miss.
So wait, if he gets a good roll, is that missing? Or if he gets a good roll,
You
is
He
that...
was intending to
To
miss.
You missed the miss.
I
You missed the miss, so
oh
you hit
my
him.
gosh.
You hit Nevermore?
He hits Nevermore.
How much damage does it do?
This is up there with hold,
Yeah, kicking me.
kicking Morthos. Oh, good God!
we're eating bird tonight.
Well, he clearly just evaporates.
How much health does he
It
have?
was 19.
3, but he's not a normal living being. So.
So
He
it was
evaporates
19.
off my shoulder. And
I just go.
Kildrick just goes,
The first thing he kills!
hold on one second.
Is one.
Oh.
You got your kill.
Okay. Wolfram says, "You know, I was thinking about doing the same damn thing!
I'm glad we're on the same page.
Freaking bird!
This thing made me so mad.
I'll ask him more tomorrow."
Oh my goodness.
And
You
he
like
says,
that
in
roll.
your mind, Kildrick, you hear, "So it can come back to life? Ha! He didn't get a kill."
Yes!
I think it counts as. I can kill it as many times. It just racks up.
Only kill
kills.
this is a good one, Zeus.
What'd he say? What'd he say?
Yeah, what do you say,
said,
friend?
He said, Sola is more into him than she is of you.
I'm just gonna kill all the animals.
Your woodland friends that you want to preserve.
Kildrick puts his hand threateningly on Yanni's kneecap because it's like reach. He was trying to do the same thing to Zeus. It won't end well for you, buddy. And he's just looking straight up.
I just flick him.
Also, I have advantage on attacks against you for the next 24 hours.
That's true. All right. You continue on having
I
this
love it.
conversation, laughing as you go at the death that you defied. You reach.
Can we?
You
Yeah.
reach the end of this ravine, and it opens out into a cobblestone road.
Why don't we just take the road?
Well, you kind of come out. The road is traveling north-south. You have intersected with it through the Keldale path, moving east-west. There is a sign post that says High Road, and to the north it says Lylon, Neverwinter, Saltmarsh, Phandalin, Helmshold. All 5 of those names are pointing north. To the south, it says Thornhold and Waterdeep.
It seems as though everyone in our viewing group has decided that Ange gets the Drake because no one else.
No one else did it.
Okay, well, congratulations, Ange, on the Black Dragon.
Hey!
Dreams do come true. It's so true.
We have more Black Dragons to give away in the future, but I will probably mix it up until we get some additional viewers if you guys don't want the Black Dragon. And well done. So congratulations to the 2 winners. And as the middle of the night is upon you, and you see the marshland gets increasingly thick and damp and wet and soggy to the point where it now begins to turn to swamp on the other side of the north of the high road. What are you guys gonna do?
we're gonna find a suitable place to rest.
Yeah, we need to set up camp.
Yeah.
Listen, by morning I'll be able to get Nevermore back, and perhaps he'll start glowing again, and we'll know where to go. Sound good?
Yeah, because you just charged him up with some lightning.
Yeah.
You know, seems like I did him a favor. He was happy about it.
All right, that's enough.
Let's get off the side of the road. Let's get our bed.
You got your
out,
pass.
Set up our watches and let's go to bed. Can someone get wood together for a fire?
I'll brew some beer.
Okay.
Okay, so you make your preparations for the evening.
It's a quick process.
You set up your camp with a little fire, gathering wood. Who is going to take
I'll
the...
do the first.
Sola takes the first watch. Anyone watching with her? Or
Yes. Yes.
Jaga immediately steps by her side, dutifully keeping watch.
Call, good call.
I come in and put my hand around.
I'll take
You need
second
me to
watch.
stay up with you too, sweetheart?
I think you need rest.
Good call.
Okay, so would Jaga and Sola please roll perception checks?
I put mine away. I thought we were done.
The mushrooms have revived.
Huh?
The mushrooms have revived.
16.
They're right behind you.
16. Okay, very good. Jaga?
Nope.
No. In the distance of the swamp, probably several hundred feet away, as best you can tell, well beyond your dark vision, you do see pinpricks of light out in the midst of this massive expanse of swamp. But nothing seems to come close to you as your watch comes to an end. Who's taking second shift? Wolfram? Go ahead and roll a perception check.
It's 4 hours of
This
sleep.
time is plus 11, 21.
You also look out, and as your shift comes to a close and your party begins to stir and awaken, you take in the swamp in the early hours of the morning as the sun begins to rise. And there are several things that you notice, but not the least of which is the sound of crying coming from the swamp.
The swamp it came from, or the?
And that is where we will pick up our adventure next week.
Crying?
Crying, weeping,
Like a little girl? or
like a little
killed-
girl.
Like a little
It's
girl.
Wolfram.
Crying
about his
like a
crow.
little girl.
It's not a crow.
It's a
Don't
bird.
you ever say that.
It's a crow.
You not man.
All right, so
The what?
thank
The
you all
classics.
for sticking around and going through this crazy fungal battle with us. And we hope you enjoyed it. We hope you enjoy the show every week. And we look forward to seeing you here next Tuesday night, where we'll have some more giveaways starting at 7:30 Eastern as we continue to loot, die, and repeat.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Hey!
Have a good night, everybody. Cheers.